Major League Baseball welcomes you to the following presentation of the Miami Marlins.
It is another beautiful night on this Tuesday here in the Mile High City as we welcome you back to Marlins Baseball on Marlins TV, presented by Werner, Hoffman, Gregg, and Garcia. Coors Field is the site for Game 2 of this 4-game series between the Marlins and the Colorado Rockies. Miami tonight plays mere percentage points behind the St. Louis Cardinals for the third and final wild card spot in the National League. They've been led by Joe Mack, Javier Sanoja. You're only as good as your next day's starting pitcher, and Yuri Perez is on the mound this evening. So with that, we say welcome, and alongside my partner, Gabby Sanchez, I'm Kyle Seeloff. Gabby, we'll get right into it. Marlins, with their 17th come-from-behind win in Game 1 last night. Really, really impressive. A couple of standout performances. We'll start with Griffin Conine, who hit one off the facing of the third deck of Coors Field. That's a place not many big boys can get to.
Dad said 433. We both said, no way. That's way more than that. Look how far this ball goes. That's what Griffin Conine does. He has power. He gives you power in that lineup. Clayton McCullough really happy to have Griffin Conine back.
And a bunch of lefties are back in. Clayton McCullough starting lineup tonight. So too is Javier Sanoja. He'll play shortstop here in Game 2 tonight. We'll be without Otto Lopez this evening. Just a day off. Everything that Javi does somehow is just funny. He's the most lovable cat on this ball club. He's also really darn good at baseball.
He is really good at baseball. He's a guy that Clayton McCullough could put anywhere, and he is going to excel. How about in yesterday's ball game? He was one hit away from completing the cycle. He did it the fun way too. Got the single, got the double, a huge triple at that point. And how about his last debut? You know he was thinking about it because he was hacking, and he just missed.
Well, Liam Hicks returns from a back injury tonight. We were very, very happy that Javi didn't pull something in his back in that last plate appearance last night, because he was very, very aware of a potential cycle, and he took some big, big hacks there in the ninth inning. Okay, so Yuri Perez on the mound here in Game 2 tonight. This will be his second start for the Baby Goat coming off the injured list. His first last Wednesday versus Texas. Not too bad, Gabby.
It wasn't too bad. I mean, there wasn't really many pitches that he was going to be throwing. One of the things that you like to see, the 0 base on balls. He hasn't allowed a base on ball in his last 3 starts in the big leagues. It's something that they were kind of emphasizing with him. Hey, you cannot give up the 3 passes, especially here in Colorado.
Kind of a soft cap on the pitch count here tonight. We'll see how it all plays out here in Game 2. When the lovely Craig Minervini is on the road, he specializes in one thing. It's called the walk and talk. He's going to do that with Griffin Conine here on Marlins TV when we return.
Major League Soccer.
Well, fans filing into Coors Field for Game 2 of this 4-game series between the Miami Marlins and the Colorado Rockies. Earlier today, Craig Minervini caught up with Griffin Conine.
If you come out to Coors Field, this park forever will be special for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think I even, as a kid growing up, I was always a fan. Always a cool stadium to watch. You know, a lot of my hitters I like watch growing up, Todd Helton, Larry Walker, a lot of really good lefties have played here. So
yeah,
I was always a big fan of it. And yeah, I like playing here even more than watching it.
Another guy had good numbers here. That's Jeff Conine. I think he hit something like 400 in this ballpark. But for you,
yeah,
because it was the spot of your first hit too. Did you think about it when you arrived at all? You know, coming out, looking over there and saying, hey, this is where it all started.
Yeah, I think for sure. We went out and went to the bullpen. I'd never been behind center field. See a little like creek out there. It's pretty cool. Little pond they got. But yeah, it feels like a really long time ago, but also not that long ago at all.
That's
so,
true. 2 years. It was a triple that night. I remember telling your dad that, you know, it would have been a homer in 29 other parks. But we can kind of put that to rest now.
Yeah, exactly.
Last night. Is that right?
Yeah, we got it out of the way last night. So I think that was the last Got the cycle here last night. I had a single, double, triple.
Yes.
My first series here, so I got the homer, and now we can just go play.
How about the moment last night? You come up in a pitcher's spot.
Yeah, no, it was big. You know, I think I want to be good at coming off the bench, in spots like that. I want to be someone they can trust, and that's something that, I think when we started the year, I was playing better in games I started, but I think you got to be good at both. You got to be good at performing when you're in there to start, and also, you got to be valuable coming off the bench, especially the way we play. That's always in play. So.
You had an assist here in your first series ever. What about playing the outfield here from a defensive standpoint? There's so much land. There's more landscape here than any other park in the major leagues.
Yeah. So definitely a lot of room to roam out here. I think the way the ball carries too, it's like you gotta play every ball like it's gonna be over your head, and work in on the balls after you read it. But I think you expect it to beat you, and then you'll be okay, because it carries here like nowhere else. So you gotta be ready for that.
All right, keep having fun here, Griff. Thanks.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right, guys, excellent stuff. Conine will bat third and play left field for the Marlins tonight. It's Game 2 from the Mile High City between the Marlins and the Rockies. Coming up on Marlins.tv when we come back. Marlins Baseball is presented by Werner Hoffman, Gregg and Garcia, the official law firm of the Miami Marlins. By FPL and by U-Health, pushing medicine forward. No better hiking in America than here just outside of downtown Denver, Colorado. We're at Coors Field for Game 2 tonight between the Marlins and the Rockies. Roster moves to tell you about. Liam Hicks is back. Zach Brixey is back. Anthony Bender has been placed on the IL, and Graham Pauley has been optioned to AAA Jacksonville. The news of the day certainly does pertain to that of Liam Hicks, who is back. And we go downstairs to the third member of our broadcast crew, Craig Minervini, who has more. Craig?
All right, thank you, Kyle. Lower back inflammation. Liam Hicks was on the IL for only 10 days. Actually told us probably wouldn't have been that long, but because he's a catcher, the Marlins had to make a move. They can't keep him off the roster and not playing 6-7 days. He's happy to be back, though, and he'll be leading off in just a few moments.
I knew it would kind of be, or I figured it would be kind of like a few day thing. Like, I didn't think it would take the whole 10 days, which it didn't. But being a catcher, it's tough. You can't just have one catcher on your team. So I think, they kind of sat me down and said, like, we're going to have to put you on the IL. Unfortunately, I felt good a few days ago, ready to go, but, I got to ride it out 10 days, so.
And he returns with a 10-game hitting streak. 15 for 42, guys, 357, 4 extra base hits. He'll try to make it 11 in about 30 seconds. Take it over.
All right, Craigie, thank you very much. There's a look at the Marlins starting lineup brought to you by Werner Hoffman, Gregg and Garcia. Hicks leading things off. Will be followed by Kyle Stowers and Griffin Conine here in the top of the first. Marlins have won 7 in a row over the Rockies. They are 45-40 on the season, and tied for that third and final wild card spot in the National League with the St. Louis Cardinals, who are in Atlanta tonight. Tanner Gordon is on the mound, comes off the injured list tonight, Gabby. 28-year-old youngster, the right-hander, is out of Champaign, Illinois.
Yeah, you talk about it, coming off the 15-day IL. He had a hip issue. The last start that he had in the big leagues was actually May 31st against San Fran, where he only went 3 innings. We have second. Let's take a look at the scouting. Well, they call him the Big Oak. That is Tanner Gordon. He's a fly ball pitcher. That doesn't really bode well, especially here in Colorado. A 67.5% fly ball rate. That's 12% higher than MLB average. And because of that, he's had his home woes. He has a 9.92 ERA here at home with a 366 batting average and a 1,100 OPS. 5 of the 6 home runs coming here at home against him.
Now, Gabby, remarkably, he is not the only active Big Oak in Major League Baseball. Kazuma Okamoto of the Toronto Blue Jays also goes by the nickname Big Oak. Liam Hicks is back off the injured list. He had lower back inflammation. I call that a Tuesday, brother. We are underway at Coors Field, and a sinker misses high on Liam, who, yes, as Craig pointed out, is riding a 10-game hitting streak as he comes off the IL. Now, you could probably have let off Xavier Edwards tonight, but there's reasons behind Liam Hicks leading things off. And Clayton McCullough kind of likes the way that this starting lineup lays out for him.
Yeah, you kind of look at the top of this lineup where you have Liam Hicks. It's a lot of lefties and switch hitting in lefties. And there's a reason why you have a lot of lefties, especially against Gordon. Well, one of the biggest things is lefties are really pounding the baseball against Gordon. Lefties are hitting 362 against him, right? So you're going to have a whole bunch of lefties out there. But because you have guys in that area of like Edwards who can be a switch hitter, all of a sudden that can break up the lefty-righty mix.
Gordon comes off the IL, 1 up and 1 down for the right-hander. Let's take a look at his arsenal. StatCast is powered by Google Cloud. Here is that arsenal this season.
Well, really, he mixes 3 pitches really well. It's the fastball, slider, and the changeup. He does have a curveball and a sinker. Now, guys are hitting that fastball at a 296 clip, the slider at a 340, and that changeup at a 250. So he's going to be around the zone. He doesn't really walk anybody.
And Stowers hooks that down the right field line into the corner. That's a really long way to run for McCarthy. Stowers is sniffing a triple, and he arrives in safely at third with a triple. He couldn't have thrown that ball into the right field corner any better.
That was beautifully done. I mean, it's not like it was great exit velo either, only 85 miles an hour, almost off the end of the bat. But you talked about it, just perfectly placed down that right field corner. Ball gets out there, and how about him just picking up and putting him down, realizing that could be a triple. And all of a sudden, Griff Conine is coming up with a man on third in less than 2.
Yeah, for Stowers, his 3rd triple of the season. Edwards has a team-leading 5. Here is Griffin Conine. He has hit in 4 of his last 5 and 4 of 7 since his return from the injured list. And that mammoth homer off of Victor Vodnik last night. He yanks that down the right field line. That will go for extra bases, and the Marlins take the lead here in the first. A Kyle Stowers triple followed by a Griffin Conine double, who I'm telling you, they're going to have to pull onto the plane here tomorrow because he just loves playing here at Coors Field.
They're going to have to do something because he's not going to want to leave, just like his pops. The Conine name here in Colorado. I mean, it's just hard hit after hard hit after hard hit baseball. Really fun to have Griffin Conine back and healthy.
Boy, that was scalding. Let's see if the Marlins can get more than just 1 run here in the first. Last night they didn't score until the 2nd. That didn't take them all that long. Here's Xavier Edwards. He's riding an 8-game hitting streak, batting .400. Let's take a look at the lefty-righty splits for Gordon. You were kind of alluding to this, Gabby.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why Clayton McCullough just said, and there's going to be a lot of lefties. I mean, look, righties ain't hitting all that bad either, but lefties hitting .362 with 6 home runs. Just the OPS alone, 1,122. You talk about, if you're at 900, that's elite. For a team of lefties, it's over 1,000.
Swinging a pop foul off to the left. 2 balls and 1 strike on Edwards. Marlins have won 3 of 4 to start the road trip. They are 19-6 here in the month of June. Most wins ever in a month for the franchise was 21 by your 2012 Marlins in May. Marlins wrapping up the month of June tonight with an opportunity to go 20-6. Edwards slaps this down the left field line, and that just twists foul.
I mean, it feels like the Marlins are just going line to line. And while we have a second, let's take a look at the defense presented by Doral Kia. From left to right, you have Moniak in left, Kerrigan center, and McCarthy in right. From third to first, Karros at third, Tovar at shortstop, Julian at second, Rumfield at first, and Goodman doing the catching.
Yeah, a little wrinkle there in the Rockies outfield tonight. McCarthy was in left in game 1. He's in right here in game 2. And Moniak makes his first start in the outfield. Edwards lifts this in the air to shallow left. And the aforementioned Mickey Moniak is there, and he puts the squeeze on out number 2 here in the first. Here comes Jacob Marcy with 2 outs.
I want Marcy here to be a little bit more aggressive. And we've been talking about it. When you're facing a guy like Tanner Gordon, he's going to be around the strike zone. He really doesn't walk anybody. Only 8 walks so far this whole entire season. Be aggressive here early on. Get your hack off.
He did there.
I like it. I want to see him being a little bit. The reason why is he had a really good clue of the strike zone. So if you're a guy that has a good clue of the strike zone, you really don't expand,
that first pitch might be the best pitch that you're going to get all at bat. So be ready for it. Get into attack mode.
There's ball one. Marcy just 2 for his last 31 at the plate. And 5 for his last 37. He took an 0 for 5 in game 1 last night. See if he can barrel something up. Plate the second run of the inning for Miami. Bouncing ball to first. Rumfield will take care of that. A triple and a double, and RBI for Griffin Conine. Yuri Perez will take the mound with a 1-0 lead after this. Marlins TV is presented by Werner Hoffman, Greg, and Garcia. Beautiful scenery in Denver and some beautiful scenery here at Coors Field. Here come the Rockies, trailing 1-0, bottom 1. Their starting lineup, presented by Warren Schaefer, is brought to you by FPL. McCarthy, Moniak, Goodman, Rumfield, Carrig, Freeman, Julian, Karros, and Tovar. Rockies last night suffered their 23rd blown lead of the season. Marlins upended the Rockies in game 1. They have won 7 consecutive over Colorado. Jake McCarthy leading things off. Fastball misses up and away from Yuri Perez, who's making his second start after missing about a month with a groin injury. Showed you his start last Wednesday against the Rangers. Felt like he was pretty good. McCarthy flies this one high in the air, shallow left. Griffin Conine making his 6th start in left field tonight. He's got it. There's one away. And speaking of Griffin Conine, let's take a look at the Duralkia defense behind Yuri.
Oh, well, you just finished mentioning Conine. Well, he's going to be in left, Marcy in center, and Casey is in right from third to first. You have Jimenez at third, Sanoha making the start at shortstop, Edwards at second, Hicks at first, and Joe Mack doing the catching.
4th start of the season at shortstop for Javier Sanoha. Mickey Moniak flies this out towards the gap in right center. This is deep. It's on its way, and that is gone. And Mickey Moniak ties this game at 1 here in the bottom of the first. It's his 13th home run of the season. It's the 2nd most on the ball club.
Yeah, usually with Yuri on the mound, you will see those elevated fastballs, and they'll have some induced break to it where you get about 21 inches, 19 inches. Well, it's not going to be the same here in Colorado. So that ball's not going to have that same kind of life to the top of the zone. This is a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. But Moniak just catches it perfectly.
Look at that fluffy purple coat. There's Hunter Goodman. And out of nowhere, it is raining rather hard here at Coors Field. This was unexpected.
Everybody's getting out of here.
Swinging and missed by Hunter Goodman, who hit his 26th home run of the season last night. 2nd most in baseball to only Kyle Schwarber. But as Gabby had alluded to last night, he's not a product, you could say, of Coors Field, where he's hitting 200 with 8 home runs in 38 games at home this season. 18 homers on the road as he swings and misses at a sweeper. And I got to tell you, with the Moniak homer, you'd prefer to see that than a walk.
Yes.
Clayton McCullough was kind of talking about that earlier. You know, what can Yuri learn from Sandy last night? You have to throw strikes. If they hit a homer, so be it. But we can't be out there walking guys.
And homers are going to happen. You get a fastball, you elevate that fastball. But we're talking about Hunter Goodman and the type of season he's been having. Well, he goes up there and he is looking to hit homers. That is it. He is swinging hard. Because of that, he is the first Rocky to have 26 home runs before July 1st.
He's also the first Rocky to strike out in this ball game, and there's 2 out. Here's TJ Rumfield. He extended his hitting streak to 12 games last night. He's hit safely in 17 of his last 18, hitting .386 over that 18-game stretch with 5 homers and 16 runs batted in. Yuri faced the Rockies in his season debut on March 28th. Good fastball there.
Pitch is called a strike. Batter challenging.
A challenge coming. ABS is powered by T-Mobile. Early challenge, and that is a ball.
Ball's overturned. Colorado has 2 challenges remaining.
So the Rockies retain their 2 challenges, and Rumfield knew that was low.
If you're Yuri, you want that one to be called a strike. That'll be a tough day at the ballpark for the hitters.
Coming back our way, foul. 1-2 on Rumfield. Good-looking young ball player here is Rumfield for the Rockies. This is rookie season. Recently turned 26 out of Richmond, Virginia. He was a Phillies 12th round pick in 2021 out of Virginia Tech. And he bounces that changeup up there. Blocked nicely by Joe Mack, who's making his 40th major league start behind the plate tonight. He's thrown out 14 runners in 39 starts. He has done wonders behind the plate for this ball club as Rumfield wastes that fastball.
He's begging for people to try to steal.
He has said as much. Rumfield was traded by the Phillies with Joel Valdez, a minor leaguer, to the Yankees for Nick Nelson and Donnie Sands in 2021. And he was traded by the Yankees to the Rockies for Angel Chavilli in January. Rumfield powers that in the air to straightaway center. Here he serves up the homer to Moniak here in the bottom of the first. That ties the game. It's 1-1. Now, we all know the ultimate goal of a Major League Baseball fan is to see them all. And the MLB Journey to 30 sweepstakes presented by T-Mobile is the ultimate bucket list. Enter now for your chance to win trips to all 30 ballparks. MLB.com/journey to 30 sweeps. Marlins crossing off another ballpark here in 2026 at Coors Field this week. Owen Casey leads off the second. Marlins have won 9 of their last 13 on the road, and they have gotten some lovely efforts of late from Owen Casey, who has a hit in 9 of his last 11 games, batting .414. And Owen came off the bench last night. What did he do? Went 2 for 2. He's having a good rookie season for the Marlins is Casey. He's second on the team in homers, second on the team in RBIs, which is saying something because he had that really rough patch, but the Marlins hung with him. They believed in him. And again, we were talking about this a little bit last night, but the belief in Casey to continue to run him out there is certainly and seemingly started to pay off. And he went around on that fastball at the top of the strike zone. It's the first strikeout of the ball game for Tanner Gordon and his 36th of the season. So 1 out, and here comes Javier Sinoja, who was a homer shy of the cycle in Game 1 last night. Single, double, triple, 3 RBIs, 3 for 5 at the plate. He loves facing the Rockies. He is a lifetime .483 hitter in 8 games against Colorado.
Just hits. It's fun to watch, Javi.
He just hits.
Just puts a smile on your face. This is the little antics. Yesterday, he hit the. I mean, that was a big triple at that time. On bases clearing triple, he gets to third base. He had the nice slide. He has the dance movements going.
He just hits, Gabby.
He just hits.
Carrick backhands this. Sinoja's on his way to second. There was a little bobble, and Javi is safe at second. A little dance. There you go. Single E8. What do you think here?
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a single E8, but he was hustling the whole entire time. He's absolutely smokes this ball right back up the middle at 103. Carrick comes in. He ends up bobbling. Why? Because he took his head up because he knows that Javi's going to be running. Because look at Javi when he's running here. He's going nice and easy. Now he sees it. Boom, he takes off. Boom, he's not stopping there. Gotta love that. It's about picking up your time and your moments and seeing, and all of a sudden a guy makes a mistake, you're able to take the extra 90.
So a single and an E8. First error charged to Carrick in his major league career. And here is Joe Mack, who was 1 for 4 with an RBI in Game 1. He, like many other Marlins, having a very good June, but he lifts this one in the air to left. Just got underneath that fastball from Gordon. Making the catch is Moniak, and there's 2 out.
Well, you talk about just missing.
And now a quick word from FPL.
At FPL, our teams are working every day because reliability isn't an option, it's a commitment. FPL, working for you every single day.
So Sanoha at second with 2 outs in a 1-1 game very early here tonight in Denver. And here is Leo Jimenez, who had a 2-run double last night. Leo batting a light 154 over his last 20 games, but the Marlins really believe in Jimenez. I feel like there's some underlying numbers that will allow him to be a much better offensive player than he's shown, and at times a defensive player as well. Didn't necessarily just pick him up off the scrap heaps from Toronto. Swing and a miss by Jimenez on a changeup. And the count is 1-2 on Jimenez, batting 9th and playing 3rd here tonight. No Otto Lopez. This was a prescribed day off for the National League batting average leader.
We were talking with Clay too. He said we're going to probably see the same thing with Xavier Edwards, playing a 4-game set here in Colorado, giving guys who play every single day a day off, especially here, I think is a very smart idea, and Clayton knows it as well.
Good eye. There's ball 3.
There's Otto just hanging out. That doesn't mean that it's going to be a complete day off for him.
No,
if there's a chance to win a ball game, he will put him in.
Yes.
He doesn't want to.
Correct.
But there is a possibility where if there's guys in scoring position and he needs a big hit, you're going to see Otto coming off that bench.
Bouncing ball up the middle. That's going to sneak into center field for a base hit. Jimenez played Sanoha, and the Marlins lead 2-1.
Well, that's
3rd RBI in this series for Leo.
That's a huge 2-out RBI right there, right back up the box for Leo Jimenez. One, you had that good hustle by Sano to get himself into scoring position. Jimenez just shooting that right back up the middle. Julian can't come up with it. Try to knock it down to keep it in the infield. Ball gets underneath his glove. Huge, huge 2-out RBI.
And Jimenez killed the family of worms out in front of home plate. He hit the ball at 105 miles an hour. Had enough top spin to sneak underneath the glove of Edouard Julien at second. A nice start for the Marlins offense tonight. Jimenez at first with 2 outs. Second trip to the plate here for Liam.
I'm wondering, too, how long it's going to take Liam Hicks to kind of get back into the swing of things. Because he hasn't been playing too much. He has been sitting. That doesn't mean that he hasn't been off a trajectory machine that they have at Lone Depot Park, but it's not the same as being out there. So timing is going to be that issue.
Finds himself behind in the count here, 0-2.
And I think it's going to be with the fastball. That's going to be the timing issue.
Yeah.
I feel like with the breaking ball coming in a little bit slower, he'll be fine there. But it's going to be catching up to the fastball again, and once he's able to do that, he's going to be just fine.
Carter Jensen got a hit tonight. He has the longest active hitting streak in Major League Baseball, but Hicks and Rumfield on that list. Jimenez bounces off of first. They do check in on him. Already 32 pitches for Tanner Gordon.
I don't mind Jimenez taking off here. If he gets thrown out, fine. Liam Hicks will come up next inning with a new count.
There's a base hit into right. Hitting streak now at 11 games for Hicks. Jimenez stops at second. I think he's come right back after missing 9 games and found his stroke, Gabby.
Yeah, I told you too. The breaking balls, he's going to be just fine, and that's what he got there. He got a curve up with his left up that he's able to power through. It's going to be the fastball. That's going to be the issue with him, especially when you start to get guys up there throwing 95, 96, 97.
Okay, so if you're telling me that up here, why are they throwing him breaking balls? Why wouldn't you just throw him heaters?
I don't think he tried to throw a breaking ball that hung over the heart of the plate. He was probably seeing if he would chase something down and just left it up. But if you look at the way they've been going, they have been throwing them a lot more heaters.
Kyle Stowers drives one to center. Carrick stopped, and he's got it. But the Marlins get an RBI single from Leo Jimenez and lead 2-1 after an inning and a half of play. Back here in Denver, where Marlins.TV is powered by Major League Baseball. Some say, where's Waldo? We prefer to say, where in the world is Craig Minervini?
Kyle, the Marlins are so hot that folks are now planning important getaways around this ball club, like Rylan and Kylie here. They came from New Mexico, and they are here celebrating. And what are you guys celebrating?
Our honeymoon together.
Honeymoon. Folks, Hawaii, the Greek islands. Forget it. Coors Field and the Marlins.
Oh, yes, sir. I couldn't be more happy.
You're a big Marlins fan, though, obviously.
Yes, sir.
Tell us why you became a Marlin fan living in New Mexico.
Well, ever since I started Little League Baseball, I mean, my first year of Little League for the Florida Marlins, and we won our first championship being the Florida Marlins. And when they became the Miami Marlins, I've just been a big fan ever since then.
And being a great wife now, you said, I will go along for a Marlins honeymoon.
I'll just go along with it. Wherever we go, I'm glad to be here.
The Marlins are playing very good. Would you have come regardless to see the Marlins play? As you see a base hit right there. But obviously more exciting now the way the team is playing with the best record in June.
Oh, yeah, regardless or not. I mean, they're closer than we can come. Anywhere the Marlins are going to come close, we'll be there.
Well, have a great honeymoon. It's good to see you guys. And nice to see Marlin fans traveling for special occasions. So,
yes, sir.
Good job, man.
Thank you.
Forget Hawaii, right? Who wants to go to Hawaii? Back to you. Congratulations from the entire staff.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, make sure you extend our congratulations. I thought for sure that maybe he fell in love with the Marlins because former lefty Trevor Rogers may have grown up nearby in New Mexico. Or Cody Ross, maybe?
We just saw Cody Ross.
He was at home?
Stadium, yeah. When we're back at home. Made his way over there.
Now, is Craig leaving the stands, or does he just saddle up?
No, I think he's just going to hang out with the newlyweds. How he finds this is beyond me.
I know.
He's incredible.
Still sitting.
Craig, you're allowed to go to your seat, bud. I want to move during the game. Besides, this is a better seat than the one I have.
2-0 the count on Tyler Freeman after the leadoff base hit by Carrick.
Yeah, we're looking at you, Craig.
Red lights. See the red lights?
That means it's
See
right
the red
on
lights?
you.
Yep, that's it.
Pointing right at you.
What were the finalists beside the Marlins game for the honeymoon? Were there any other cities? California.
Runner goes, throw down to second. Oh, they got him.
Back to the broadcast.
I wonder what the newlyweds thought about the howitzer that Joe Mack possesses, who just threw out his 15th potential base stealer of the season.
Joe Mack just licking his lips right here going, you really want to steal on me? No, you are not getting this one. How quickly he's able to get the ball in and out of his glove and get it to second.
That's great. What was Carrick looking at?
Oh,
and Yuri hits Freeman with the 3-0 fastball. You see that? Like
it's
three-quarters.
Yeah,
what's he looking in
for?
for?
So a lot of guys on steals are taught to kind of look in to see whether or not the ball was hit or put in play. I was never one of those, and I felt like base stealers shouldn't be one of those. If you're trying to steal, unless it's a hit and run, I don't think you need to look in. I think you slow down because of that, and now all of a sudden you were out by, a tenth of a second, you would have been safe. So, but guys are taught to look in to see. I would rather get into second and then look at the third base coach. And if he's sending me, then I keep running. And if he's not and he's pointing back, I go back to first. But right here, he'll start to look in. At that moment, it slowed him up just enough.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. We have a challenge coming here, a Rockies challenge. And the Rockies have won their second challenge of the night. Slider missed upstairs by about 1.5 inches. So the leadoff single erased by the caught stealing that goes 2-4. Yuri hits Freeman. And now Julian ahead of the count 1-0. And he bounces one to first. Hicks has got it. Steps on the bag. Low throw to second. Sails into left. But stopping at second is Freeman. No error there. And the right decision by Liam. But he just made a bad throw to the bag.
So, I mean, there's a couple things you can do if you're Liam Hicks. Right away, you can get this ball and just get it to second. So you don't have to step on the base, even though you're at least going to get that one out. So you got there. The problem that you have is as soon as you go look at where the base runner is, right? He is taught to all of a sudden follow the glove and get into that throwing lane. So for Hicks, as he's about to throw it, he sees base runner is there, pulls it just a little bit, and that ball gets away from him. So as a first baseman, there's a couple things I'll do. I'll just throw it right over second base as hard as I can. If it hits you right in the middle of the back,
it is what it is.
It is what it is. As a shortstop, though, you can kind of pick sides, right? So if on those balls where Hicks is going to first base and getting them, if Hicks would have gone to first base, he jumped to the inside part. Now, if Sonoha would have gone to the outside part of second base, Hicks would have then had better lane to throw. So it's really hard because I mean, you're talking about just a bang, bang, I'm getting it and I'm throwing.
So here's Karros. Makes that one foul off the Marlins dugout. 1-2 on Kyle Karros. Freeman at second. Marlins leading 2-1 here in the last of the second. Karros hitting .353 in 24 games here in the month of June. You've got to be very careful with this young man. He's having a decent year, batting .255 across 80 games for Colorado. Son of longtime big leaguer Eric Karros. Yuri ready with his 27th pitch of the night. Trying to work around a man in scoring position. Speakers are a little hot.
Is that a unicorn? What is that?
A wild stallion. Check swing. He did not go. According to Dexter Kelly, our first base umpire tonight, Quinn Walcott, the crew chief, has the balls and strikes. Paul Clemens at third, Ramon De Jesus at second. Here's a look from the side.
Oh, is Dexter Kelly correct? Ooh, boy,
Dexter.
Close. That's close.
It's Dexter. Close.
It's close.
So now it's full. 3-2 long hold. Got him. Overpowered him with a heater at 100 miles an hour, and the Marlins hang on to a 2-1 lead. Fun. Top of the third inning scoreboard brought to you by Werner Hoffman, Greg and Garcia. Marlins with an early 2-1 lead. Sunshine peeking out now here at Coors Field. We had a great crowd last night, almost 23,000 in the building. Witness a 10-7 Marlins come from behind win. There's a big old bolt of lightning here earlier that was just behind the rock pile, kind of where this camera look is. From Conine leads off the third. He's already off to a very nice start tonight at the plate. Doubled homer run in the first. So now Griff is hitting 5 of 8 since his return. And he loves hitting here at Coors Field as he lays off a slider from Tanner Gordon.
I did ask him, I said, you think you're going to be able to outduel your dad here at Coors? And he said, got to give me a lot more games to try to catch up to him.
Ground ball right side. There's another base knock for Griff. Leadoff man aboard for the Marlins for the first time tonight. Well, news and notes around Major League Baseball. A marquee matchup tonight, and this is a game that's ongoing. Top of the 8th inning, Detroit hammering the Yankees 9-2. Yankees having a hard time winning. Tarek Skubal, a hot topic around baseball, goes 6 innings, allows a couple of runs on a couple of hits with 9 strikeouts and no walks in that game. How about Cam Schlittler allowing 4 homers to the Tigers at Yankee Stadium this evening? Ground ball wrapped to second base. Julian to Tovar to Rumfield. But the throw is not in time at first. Conine erased at second. Fielder's choice ground out goes 4-6. Moments ago, saw this during the half-inning break. Wilson Contreras started a benches clearing brawl at Fenway Park against the Nationals. There's that return throw to first, not in time. Cade Cavalli struck out Wilson Contreras. He hollered at him, told him to go sit down. Contreras didn't like it, charged him out, took his helmet, threw it at Cavalli, and it was on at Fenway. It was a good one.
We've seen a lot of Contreras in different kind of issues.
Here's Jacob Marcy, and you have an opportunity to hear from Jacob tomorrow at 4 o'clock on MLB's chatting practice. You can visit MLB.com/chatting practice at 4 o'clock Eastern tomorrow, and you can ask a question live to Jacob Marcy. It's kind of it's a fun thing that
That's cool.
I guess you could say MLB Network does. It's produced by Major League Baseball, but they have a player on very often. Tomorrow it'll be Jacob Marcy, and fans can hop on to MLB.com/chatting practice, and you can hang out with Jacob for a little bit.
That's really cool.
Yeah, kudos to the Marlins PR team for setting that up. That's very, very nice.
Being able to ask a big league player different things and thought
Sure.
process and maybe what they're going for, what they're doing, that's really cool.
Is Edwards a stolen base candidate here?
I mean, I always like to see X on the run. I feel like he's a very good base runner. I feel like he could be a guy that could give you 30 steals in a season very easily. He's very smart. Now in this type of situation where it's a 3-0 count, no. Now I think you just kind of stay and you let Marcy get this at bat.
Three and one on Marcy.
I wouldn't be surprised maybe if they do send him, just because Marcy does have the ball contact. So I wouldn't be surprised if they go ahead and send him, knowing that Marcy will swing if it is a strike.
Oh, he shows bunt and pulls back on a fastball down the middle of the plate.
That's a very interesting move there. It's a 3-1 count. This is a count that you don't want to be trying to bunt.
Yeah.
You don't want to be searching for stuff. This is where you get your swing off.
Well, he's been doing a lot of searching all season. Edwards at first. Count is full. There's one out. We'll see if with the payoff pitch upcoming, that'll loosen things up at first base for Edwards. Of course, still being held on by Rumfield.
And I feel like that's going to be something, too, where when you go to the inside, the dugout, you know, hopefully he hits a home run here, right? And everything is all fine and dandy, but you still will have coaches saying, hey, 3-1 count, man. We don't want you bunting.
Edwards is going, and Marcy pops it up. Shallow left, Moniak coming in, Tovar going out, and Moniak's got it for out number 2. Marcy now 0 for 7 in the series. And 2 away here for the Marlins in the top of the third. Tanner Gordon settling in a little bit. Now he's facing Owen Casey. Casey 0 for 1 tonight. And that hit him. Ouch.
Got him with the slider. Just pulled that slider. I feel like that was the back foot of Owen Casey. Nope, got him in the front foot. Right on the pinky toe. Oh, it's going to hurt.
Trying to walk it off. And walking out towards the pitcher's mound is former Marlins assistant pitching coach Alon Leishman, who unfortunately for him, he was wearing out a path between that first base dugout and the pitcher's mound last night, having a conversation with his 28-year-old right-hander Tanner Gordon, who we told you was activated off the injured list before the ball game here tonight. He was dealing with a right hip impingement, and he is reappearing here in the major leagues for the first time in a month. He last pitched on May 31st. Gabby was telling you about that. Young man started his collegiate career at John A. Logan College in Carterville, Illinois. And he transferred to Indiana University, where the Braves took him in the 6th round in 2019. He was traded by Atlanta with Victor Vodnik, who served up the 3-run homer to Conine last night to the Rockies for Pierce Johnson in July of 2023. Javier Sanoja, high fly ball, left field, gone. Javi, a 3-run bomb. He needed that last night, and the Marlins lead 5-1. Well, the mound visit didn't pay off.
Well, I'm guessing that the mound visit was, hey, we don't want to just throw him fastballs, so let's try a slider. The problem is, if when you throw a slider and you miss where he missed, this ball's going to go a long way. Javi Sanoja going back saying, why couldn't I just have done that yesterday in my last AB? You know why? Because he wasn't trying to hit the home run, Kyle.
Turn it around, Javi. A 2-out, 3-run home run has given the Marlins a 5-1 lead. And another Marlins home run for healthcare brought to you by Leon Medical Centers. Each Marlins homer this season means a donation to the League Against Cancer, delivering free care in South Florida. Albeit early, that is a big hit here at Coors Field tonight to give Yuri a little bit of breathing room. And now the Marlins have scored in all 3 trips to the plate here tonight as Joe Mack swings and misses at a changeup.
Boy, he hammered that pitch. He was all over it. Gotta love it, too. I mean, you look at Javier Sanoja and what he means to this team, a guy who's able to play every single position. He's the emergency catcher on this team if something should happen.
Well, the good news now is that the Marlins are carrying 3 catchers.
Yeah. But here it is. It's a slider, and boy, it got hung. And how about Sanoja knowing he hit it? Get into that home run jog early, young man.
Pitch is called a ball.
Ooh.
Woo. I mean, just loud off the bat, too. No doubt.
There was a challenge by the Rockies. ABS powered by T-Mobile. It was overturned and the inning is over, but Javier Sanoja with a 3-run homer.
Major League Soccer.
Bottom of the 3rd inning here at Coors Field. Marlins leading 5-1. Scoreboard brought to you by Werner Hoffman, Greg and Garcia. Back-to-back games for the Marlins with a 3-run homer tonight. Sanoja with his 3rd homer of the season. So the Marlins leading by 4. And a little bit of early breathing room, if you want to call it that, for Yuri.
That's exactly what you want to do if you're the Marlin hitters, right? We saw it in yesterday's game with Sandy. This is a very good hitting lineup that Colorado's throwing out there. So getting as many runs as you possibly can, and all of a sudden now you can have a guy like Yuri a little bit more comfortable on the mound where it's not going to be that close of a ball game. You really will see him just attacking the zone.
Ezequiel Tovar leads off the bottom of the 3rd for Colorado, a .207 hitter this season. Having a very quiet year and batting just a little over 130 in his last 12 games. Tovar pops his foul. By the way, Javier Sanoja better be very careful. The Marlins may need another hero in tonight's game. Javi joined Craig on the postgame show last night, and little did Javi know we started to do a memoir. He had to tap out of the interview. They almost shut the lights off here at Coors Field. Ooh, that's a sword. That's a swing and a miss.
Well, then let's just talk about this. So Craig, so far, talked to Sanoja. He's been having himself a nice little game, and this was the last pitch. How about this sword? We talked about this a little bit yesterday. Oh, geez, this is 98 miles an hour on the outside. Can I foul? No. Swing and a miss. So Javi Sanoja, 2 for 2 today with that 3-run homer. He had the big night yesterday. Then he did the walk and talk with Griff. And what is Griff? 2 for 2 today. I feel like you might have a lot of guys in that dugout who are going to be looking at Craig saying, can you interview me next?
And he rubs off a little good juju on the newlyweds from New Mexico. Jake McCarthy hits one foul. McCarthy flew out to Conine, the bottom of the 1st, leading things off. He's hitting 12 of his last 13 games, batting nearly 400 over that stretch. And Yuri kicks and fires a sinker that misses up and away. Yuri happens to find something funny. Next telecast tomorrow, same time, same place. Well, Max Meyer will effort to go 10-0. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Yuri to start the third. That's also his third consecutive strikeout and his fourth overall here this evening.
That's what we talked about. Like, you give a guy like Yuri a lead, you let him go out there and pitch comfortably. He's doing exactly what you need him to do.
Two up and two down. Here's Moniak. Mickey Moniak was one of those weird guys who made their major league debut during COVID. They debuted in front of nobody.
I wonder if they had the, didn't they used to put out posters of fake people?
Yeah, the cardboard cutouts.
Cardboard cutouts everywhere. I wonder if they had that here.
You know, little known trivia on Mickey Moniak. Did you know he was the first overall pick in 2016? I think a lot of people forget that. Swing and a miss. He was the Philadelphia Phillies' first round pick in the first overall selection in the 2016 draft out of La Costa Canyon High School in Carlsbad, California.
Made it up to the big leagues.
Yeah, drafted by the Phillies, traded by the Phillies to the Angels for Noah Syndergaard. He was released by the Angels, signed as a free agent here in Colorado in March of 2025. So he's starting to carve out a bit of a big league career for himself, but probably not the one that the Phillies envisioned when they took him first overall. Had parts of 7 seasons now for Moniak, playing in his 461st game here tonight. How about a quick word from Doral Kia?
Take advantage of a pricito now on all of your favorite new Kia models. Like a new Kia K5, Sportage, Sorento, Soul, and more.
Swing and a miss. Yuri Perez strikes out the side here in the third. Marlins lead 5-1. Top 4 scoreboard brought to you by FPL. Marlins leading 5-1. Sanoja, a 2-out 3-run homer in the top of the third. With Gabby Sanchez and Craig Minervini, I'm Kyle Seeloff. We have a lovely crew with us on hand here at Coors Field as well for this 4-game series. Leo Jimenez set to lead things off. He had an RBI single in his first plate appearance. And he scorches that on a line to center. Diving is Kerrigan. He trapped it. It's the third hit in the series for Jimenez and his second hit in 2 trips to the plate here tonight.
Man, this ball smoked out there, and you can see the ball just hitting right in front of Carrick, which now we've seen this a lot lately.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the center fielders, this is a very big outfield, right field, left field, where they're playing. If that ball gets behind them, you might see an inside the Parker.
We saw that twice with Nathan Church in center in St. Louis. There's Liam Hicks. Liam extended his hitting streak to 11 games with a second inning single. Got a breaking ball from Gordon that he yanked into right. That's a good count to hit in here, 2-0.
Let's see if he's going to get that foot down. And that's all I've been kind of looking at right now with Liam Hicks.
Why?
It's for timing reasons. If you're getting that foot down, you can hit the baseball, right? So is the timing on fastballs or is the timing on off speed? So where's that foot landing? See, he's a little late on that fastball. That fastball, as he was hitting down, that fastball was already in the zone of hitting, right? So that tells me he's just a little bit late with the timing, which is fine. It's better to work being late than rather being way out in front and trying to work backwards.
2-1. Bouncer to first. Rumfield lobs it to second for 1. The return throw to first in time 2. Double play. Wasn't sure what kind of chance the Rockies were going to have. Runfield did not have a lot of steam on that throw to second, but Tovar with a very strong arm at shortstop, and they double him up. Well, earlier today, the Marlins joined Major League Baseball's nationwide MLB Together volunteer initiative in celebration of America's 250th birthday. And get this, Marlins front office staff, alongside some ballpark partners in Levy, Best, and Pritchard, they assembled 250 care packages. Fly ball into the right field corner, and that goes foul off the bat of Kyle Stowers' bat. But there were 250 care packages assembled at the ballpark earlier today for active duty military members serving around the world as a gesture of gratitude for their service and sacrifice. I saw the McCullough family went down. They drove all the way down from Jupiter. And there's some of the Marlins staff there at Lone Depot Park out at the Budweiser bar area today. That's very, very nice. It's a great gesture, not only by the Marlins, but Major League Baseball getting themselves involved like they have for years with our nation's military members. There's an 0-1 to Stowers, who swings right through a fastball, nothing in 2.
I remember taking trips like that. I remember going to Guantanamo to hang out with the military.
Boy, very early when I started, I think Justin Bohr and others might have gone to Kuwait or Iraq.
There was, I mean, there were
2014, 2015.
Different spots.
Yeah, it's really great. Love to see the organization doing that stuff. Good for them. Swing and a miss. It's a quiet offensive inning for the Marlins, who still lead by 4. Bottom of the 4th, Marlins leading by 4. Middle of the order, due up for the Rockies. Hunter Goodman going to lead things off. And Gabby, let's take a look at how Yuri got Goodman to strike out in the first.
Well, I mean, there's one way that you can go ahead and pinch Hunter Goodman, right? You know that he could hit a fastball. It's the breaking pitches where you can get him to swing and miss, and that's exactly what Yuri was able to do. Throw the fastball, get that sweeper going, get him to swing. It's his highest whiff percentage off of any pitch. Coming into this series, he had a 44.4% whiff rate on breaking pitches.
And he starts him off with a backed up slider that misses up and in. Yuri's been very good so far. He has struck out 4 consecutive Rockies. And Goodman was so far out in front of that sweeper, it splintered his bat. The box score for Colorado.
I would be very surprised if he doesn't just continue to just go to that sweeper. Right off that corner away, just keep throwing it. He will chase out there. We already saw him chase. And for me, it does look like Hunter Goodman is trying to just be on the fastball. Why? Because Yuri throws 100 miles an hour.
No reason to believe they're going to throw him one. That was a hard slider at 90. And he was out in front of that, so now you throw him a couple of sweepers, you're probably going to swing and miss.
And that's the thing. Now, if you wanted to, he's looking for a fastball. A lot of times you can elevate something that's off the plate really high and see if he'll chase it, and he probably will. Because if the hitter's trying to feel fastball, he's going to basically swing at any that you throw at him.
Bouncing ball left side, Jimenez has got it. Goodman's out at first. 1 up and 1 down for Yuri. Make sure you celebrate America with the Marlins when they take on the Guardians July 10th through the 12th, leading up to the All-Star break. And you can join the Marlins for Military Appreciation Day, for the USA 250th celebration, and a multitude of other packages, including Top Gun Day, featuring exclusive ticket package items. You can also enjoy food and drink specials all weekend long. Get your tickets at marlins.com/tickets. Here is Rumfield. Swing and a miss. 6 in a row retired by Yuri. Rumfield flew out to Marcy to retire the side in the first. 5 strikeouts for Yuri, couple on the sweeper, couple on the heater, 1 on the changeup. I would venture to guess he probably was sitting down there in that dugout, taking a few things away from his buddy Sandy Alcantara's start last night. Sandy won his 6th consecutive decision this month. How about that? How amazing is that?
6 wins in a month. Only the 3rd Marlin pitcher to do it in the history of the Marlins.
And the first since Jose Fernandez in 2016. Popped him up. Leo's there. 2 out.
I'll tell you this, the way that Yuri has been throwing the baseball and what he's been doing, he's going to follow suit. His big brother, Sandy Alcantara, who sits next to him on the plane. They both talk. I mean, Sandy's done a really good job of basically taking Yuri and saying, hey, come with me. Look at those numbers.
Yeah. Last night was just the second start of his career. He allowed at least 5 walks and earned the win. The only other time he had walked 5 or more and got a win, June 29th, 2018 against the Mets. That was his first season with the Marlins as Cole Carrig takes a knee-high strike.
And we talked a little bit about it yesterday, too. He did not have his best stuff at all.
No.
He really could not control the sinker. He didn't control the changeup. But he was able to battle through and almost still going 6 innings.
Right, and that was the thing. The whole operation did not fly out of control. He didn't allow the critical 3-run homer like the Rockies have done the first 2 games of this series. He just hung in there. Sometimes you just got to hang in there. We've seen that a couple of times from Max Meyer, who will go in Game 3 tomorrow. Carrig waits on a 1-1. It's 1-2. You and I were talking about this on our way to the ballpark earlier today. We both thought 5-5 on a kind of brutal 10-game road trip, 3 different time zones would be good. But now that the Marlins have won 3 of 4,
gotta get greedy.
I'm not content with 5-5.
Gotta get greedy.
They need to get 6 wins. That's how good they're playing.
Especially too who you have on the mound, right? You know that you have Yuri today. You got Mad Max coming tomorrow. You're thinking to yourself, you could easily win 3 out of 4, maybe even go for the 4-4 sweep here.
And the side is retired here in the 4th. Yuri settling in. Marlins leading by 4. Well, join the Marlins for Top Gun Day on Sunday, July 12th at 1:40 when they take on the Guardians. A special ticket package includes an exclusive Top Gun cap. Get your tickets at marlins.com/Top Gun. Well, not too far from downtown Denver, Colorado is Colorado Springs, which is home to the United States Air Force. I wonder if they shot any of the movie Top Gun here in the area, Gabby.
Be one of the only movies you've ever watched. You are not a movie.
Yeah, no, I've seen it though. So Yuri has settled in. Marlins got a 3-run homer from Javier Sanoja in the 3rd. Griffin Conine is 2 for 2 with an RBI double in the 1st and a single in the 3rd. I think real quick to put a bow on the conversation you and I were having there at the end of the 4th. The Marlins go 3-3 the rest of the way on this road trip. That's a 6-4 road trip.
Yeah.
Again, at least for me right now, the way these boys are playing, 6-4 is the goal. Conine bangs one up the middle. Diving stop by Tovar. To his feet to throw to first. They say they got him.
Ooh, that's going to be close. Ooh, that's going to be close. This is one that they might have to look at. They're going to roll it.
It's a heck of a play by Tovar, who won a Gold Glove in 2024.
That's full extension dive and get up and throw it quickly over to first. That's not an easy play.
They got him.
Yeah, got him, boy.
Nice play.
I mean, he was a Gold Glover for a reason.
Yeah. And here is Edwards, who's 0 for 2. He did score a run in the 3rd. He scored on the Sanoja 3-run homer. By no means can the Marlins be on cruise control in a ballpark like this, but leading by 4, Yuri is seemingly feeling very comfortable. You do have to keep your foot on the gas pedal, but this is a very nice lead to have at the very least.
Yeah, and that's one of the things too. Clayton McCullough, Pedro Guerrero, all those guys. It's like you might have a 4-run lead, but that's not safe here in Colorado. There's a lot of room in this outfield. There's balls that can get hit into the gap. There's big innings to be had. So you got to continue to put pressure on these Rocky players.
Make sure you stay tuned till the 7th inning for the stretch, brought to you by Celsius.
And one of the good things, too, is watching this Marlins team, as much as we've been watching them, it doesn't seem like they're ever content. It's not one of these teams where they look at it and they say, oh, it's a 5-1 ball game. Now we can go kind of cruise control.
Yeah, I agree with you.
There is no cruise control on this team.
That one hits Gordon, and it's rolling into shallow center.
Double.
Edwards is on his way to second, and he's got a double. And he also extends his hitting streak to 9 games. He'll take it.
Oh, never breaking stride right off the bat, seeing that ball was deflected off of Gordon. Ball makes its way to the outfield. Xavier Edwards was smelling double the whole way. You could see where Tovar is coming through. Balls ends up behind him. Edwards, never breaking stride, gets himself into scoring position.
Tovar couldn't slam on the brakes quick enough. There's that 9-game hitting streak for Edwards. Also banks his 13th double of the year. Here's Marcy. Jacob takes ball 1. Hits have eluded Marcy all season long. He is 0 for 7 in this series. Two for his last 33. He'd love a hit right here. And he pops another one up. Moniak in foul territory's got it. There's 2 away as we go back downstairs and say hello again to Craig.
Kyle, a lot of times we talk about the underlying numbers, and one of them for Owen Casey is the amount of times he squares up the baseball, what's known as barrels these days in the big leagues. StatCast calls it batted ball advance. That's any ball that's put in play, fair or foul. And when you look at Casey, he's actually leading the team. This includes the launch angle too, and this is 98 miles an hour or better. So the hard hit ball is 95, and then the 98 throws it into the barrel range. You throw the launch angle in there, and depending on how fast it comes, you get a lot of home runs and hard hits off that. He's 8th in the National League in this category. It's a big number. For example, James Wood leads the star from the Nationals at 23%. Kyle Schwarber, this is the kind of company, 20%. Goodman is 3rd. Casey's 8th. So these are some of the underlying numbers that you hope will play out, and then you'll get more results. You're starting to see it a little bit. You're seeing the speed, even infield hits for Owen Casey, but a lot of power off that bat.
Well, it seems fitting, Craig. We're kind of talking about that here in Colorado, too, because remember, Marlins opened up the season against the Rockies, and Casey displayed some of that power very early as he takes a strike. Opening day, Casey had an RBI double in his first ever at bat as a Marlin. 1 for 4 on opening day. Drew the assignment in game 2, went 3 for 4. And then he had the walk-off homer.
Yep. I think he was 5 for 10 in that first series against Colorado.
On that Sunday, yes indeed. He's been fun to watch. And he strikes out here on a Gordon fastball. Nothing across for the Marlins in the 5th. We're halfway home. Ocean Bank making waves. Fenwick, Trimble, AA, Pensacola was the Southern League Player of the Week. Had 3 homers, 8 RBIs in 6 games. And Carson Laws with High-A Beloit. He was the pitcher of the week in the Midwest League. Through 6 no-hit innings versus Peoria. Elsewhere down on the farm tonight, Cam Canarella hit another homer for AA Pensacola.
He has been on fire. Oh boy, this is not what you want to see.
No, there are more pressing matters right now. Joe Mack is in a considerable amount of pain.
Oh, right off the shoulder. That's going to be a stinger. That's one where as soon as it hits you, your whole arm goes numb all the way to your fingertips. And then you start to feel the tingling coming back.
Yeah, here we go again. Joe is constantly being asked to throw balls to third. And sometimes this has gone good, other times it is not. First one was okay. Here's another look at the replay. Yikes.
That ball comes in at 97 miles an hour and deflects right to that right shoulder.
Calling him flush.
And there is padding there. Padding is only going to absorb a little bit. You're still going to feel that.
Jeez.
Yeah, you could see even him putting on the face mask. It's very ginger right now.
Yeah.
Well, he'll be icing after the game.
By the way, we're doing our Ocean Bank Making Waves segment. Some tough news coming out of Pensacola. Certainly no tough news when you're talking about a guy like Cam Canarella as Freeman hits one foul. Dylan Lewis has a broken hamate bone. And he was having a really good year. 17 homers, 43 RBIs, an 827 OPS in 66 games. He's a top 10 prospect in the organization. So that's rotten news. Swing and a miss. Well, that's another strikeout for Yuri, who's rather unbothered by pitching here in the Mile High City. That's his 7th strikeout of the game. And remember, this is just his 2nd start back, coming off the 15-day IL.
You know what? He's utilizing the sweeper, too, to get these swings and misses. That's the 3rd strikeout on a sweeper so far in this ball game. And we talk about it. That was, what, the 7th strikeout at 56 pitches.
Right. Rockies on the verge of pleading no contest facing Yuri here.
I'm wondering what that pitch count is going to be for Yuri in this ball game.
130. Go the distance.
Not what we want it to be.
Oh, right, I got you.
Because, I mean, the last start after coming back off the IL is at 68 pitches, and you can see what pitches he's utilizing most. It's going to be that four-seam fastball that he likes to ride at the top of the zone. He'll come with that sweeper. He has the changeup. Change has been really nice today as well.
Breaking balls have always played significantly better than fastballs at Coors Field. And you have seen, by taking a look at the arsenal tonight for Yuri, it's a ton of sweepers and sliders.
Especially with the sinker. Sinker really doesn't play all that well here at this ballpark. Four-seam fastballs are going to be fine. It's not going to have the same carry that you're used to having, but you can live with that fastball, especially when you're throwing 97, 98, 99 miles an hour.
Right.
But the sinker, it's not going to sink as much. It's going to be a little bit more run.
And there's ball 4 to Julian. Snaps a stretch of 9 consecutive Rockies retired by Yuri. Oh, don't miss the Marlins Guayabera giveaway presented by Cuba Vera on July 7th when the Marlins take on the Mariners. First 2,500 fans will receive an exclusive Guayabera shirt. You can get your tickets at marlins.com/tickets. So Yuri walks Julian. Here is Karros. I will do my best, by the way, to explain why breaking balls play better than fastballs, and Max's should play very well tomorrow. We'll be on the air at 8:30 for Game 3. Meyer looking to improve to 10-0. Thin air allows batted balls to travel farther. We know that. We've talked about that here at Coors Field. There's a nice pick by Joe, but it also reduces what they call the Magnus effect, which is in essence just air resistance on the ball. And because of this, breaking balls like your sliders, your sweepers, and curveballs, they retain their bite better than fastballs do, which is why if you go back and look over the years and think of some of the guys, some of the best curveballs, they oftentimes were not fazed by Coors Field. In fact, they like pitching here. That one goes all the way to the backstop. Yuri overcooked that slider.
Kyle, Heinrich Gustav Magnus.
I know him well, yes, sir.
That's the man.
Okay. That's the first I'm hearing of him.
He's the man. And actually, the first game ever here was 1862 recorded. It was 20-7, so we should have known. There's Lenny. Aaron Lenhart is here with his friend John Bone. Aaron was and he's the field coordinator for the Marlins, was a physics professor here at the esteemed University of Colorado. His friend John Bone, 30-year physics professor, trying to tell me that physics is the more exciting part, not baseball. I was trying to get him the other way around, saying, isn't it exciting that baseball makes physics a little more, entertaining? And he wasn't buying it. But they did talk about that Magnus effect. And even talking to pitchers like talking to one of the Marlin relievers who was telling me that he will move the ball, actually aim 5 inches further in. It was Anthony Bender who actually just went on the IL. But this is the Magnus effect, the phenomenon that occurs when a spinning object is moving. The lift force acts on the spinning object and its path may be deflected in a manner not present when it is not spinning. You need physics to understand that too.
It's unbelievable, Craig. Now, did you guys discuss fastballs suffering from a severe loss of what they call vertical rise?
Yeah, it's funny because you know the one thing Aaron pointed out? In football, they call it a gyro spin. You never hear about this because it doesn't have an effect on a football.
Huh.
Because the gyro spin, you don't see a quarterback throw a ball and it starts darting left or right, whether it's in Miami or Denver. You never.
Right.
But with a baseball, the way the seams are and the way the air hits it, it does affect the pitches. Now, it's interesting. You say maybe the breaking ball is more effective here.
That's what they say.
And, of course, there's the other issue of grip.
Challenge coming here. Let's see if Joe is right. ABS powered by T-Mobile. And that is a ball. It's back-to-back walks by Yuri after retiring 9 in a row.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen from Yuri. Yeah, this was his coming into his 4th game. He had 3 straight starts where he did not allow a single walk in any of those outings. So this is something that we haven't seen out of Yuri.
So as we put a bow on all this mumble jumble of the air and the balls, I know you didn't maybe love playing here, but did you notice anything impactful or different from the moment you stepped into the box?
It's funny too because you mentioned that, and I remember the Colorado Rockies had Yolis Sachin, and the pitch that he was known for was the breaking ball. So I was like, you know what, let me go back and look at what guys hit off the breaking ball off of him, the curveball. Guys only hit 178 off of that curveball, so you're right there.
Chopper to short, heads up play by Sanoha to cut down the lead runner Julian at third. Well, how about that play?
That's very nice play. That's very nice talking too. Sanoha coming in, Manez understanding, oh, let me get over to third. Look at this chopper. Now Sanoha comes. Manez, what does he do? He goes right back to third base. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. So force out, get that out. Very nicely done.
Javi making just his 4th start at shortstop this season. He's going to go to the dugout and ask Otto Lopez if he knows who Wally Pipp is. Ground ball up the middle. It eludes the bag at second. Javi throws out McCarthy, and the Rockies lead to a board here in the 5th. Still 5-1. Good guys. Miami Marlins baseball is presented by Doral Kia, home of the Pricito. And by the Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. Earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms do apply. It's a lovely look just outside of downtown Denver, Colorado on this Tuesday night. Top of the 6th inning, and we have a pitching change here. Tanner Gordon goes 5, allows 5 on 9 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts. And Seth Halverson is going to take over here. Right-hander out of Chicago, Illinois.
For Seth Halverson on the mound. The Colorado's looking to see if they can get somebody that can get these guys out. Marlins have been doing a great job. It's a 3-pitch pitcher. It's 4-seam fastball, slider, and a split finger. That 4-seam fastball is in the upper 90s.
Halverson was managed by Tony Vitello at the University of Tennessee, where he was taken out of in the 7th round of 2023 by the Rockies. He's an unusual guy. He's one of the guys that's been drafted 3 times in his career. The 30th round of 2018, the 19th round of 2021, and the 7th round of 2023. But for Halverson's sake, he improved his draft stock each and every time he was drafted. So that was good news on his end. The bad news is that he was drafted by the Rockies, where he has struggled on the mound. He had a .499 ERA in 42 appearances last year. But it's looking better this year, Gabby. I guess you'd call this his sophomore season. He's got a .350 ERA in those 20 appearances. That's pretty good.
He's got a good fastball. He's going to be in the upper 90s, 97, 98, 99 miles an hour. In the 98th percentile with that fastball velo. Good extension too, 6'8" feet of extension, meaning that ball's going to get on you a little bit. So it could feel about 99 to 100 mile an hour to a hitter.
Javier Sanoja at the plate, and Javi left the ballpark in the third.
Oh, it's a slider, and when you hang it, Kyle,
we bang it.
And that's exactly what Javi Sanoja did.
Don't stop dancing, young man.
Just the smile. It's infectious.
Chopper to third. For the first in time. Sanoja tonight looking for back-to-back 3+ hit games for the first time in his career. That'll have to wait. And there's one away. Don't miss a moment this season with Marlins.tv. Brought to you by Werner Hoffman, Greg, and Garcia. You can stream the entire season within Marlins territory. Watch our games at home or on the go. You can always stay connected. We are subject to national exclusivities. One of those coming up on Sunday in Sacramento. But for more information, visit Marlins.tv for details. Mack to center for Carrig. 2 out for Halverson. And 7 pitches and 2 outs. That'll bring Leo Jimenez to the plate, who has multiple hits in this ball game, and for just the 3rd time this season. What do we have here? Oh, it's our newlyweds. No, he's showing the couple. He's a big hunter. He is a big hunter. He even, I think he's got an elk shirt on. He obviously loves the outdoors, and I think he is showing that family one of his most recent prized possessions he took down. Good for him. He's a real man, Gabby.
Is that what makes you a real man?
Oh, yeah. Elk country.
They're having a great conversation. A Diamondback fan?
Well, that couple should meet us at Chase Field in September, and they can go with the family of 4. That's probably a little bit closer than Denver. Any chance that family showed up thinking the Diamondbacks were in town tonight? It's a tough break when you walk into the ballpark and you hear the Marlins starting lineups introduced, right?
I mean, they got all the gear on. I wonder if there's any high school or any travel ball kind of tournaments going on over here.
Jimenez on base for the 3rd time.
Nice at bat for Leo.
Again, hope everybody's been tuned in. We don't want you to miss a moment of Marlins baseball. But Max Meyer has an opportunity to improve to 10-0 tomorrow night. That's just remarkable. 18th start of the season for Max tomorrow. His 4th career start against the Rockies. And tomorrow night, Max Meyer is going to try to become the first pitcher in Marlins history to start a season 10-0 and to own a 10-game winning streak at any point of a season. Now, the Rockies have not been very kind to Max, but we won't mention that again as Liam Hicks lays off a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Max saddled up next to Tyler Phillips. Marlins are TBA for Thursday, also Friday. But Tyler Phillips certainly could pitch Friday, followed by Sandy and Yuri Saturday, Sunday. Chopper right side, that evades Rumfield. It's rolling into right. Jimenez goes first to third. He'll stop there. Leading by 4. Marlins have a little action with 2 outs.
All right, Kyle, now he's ready for the fastball. Because he did just take that 99-mile-an-hour fastball. That foot was down, hands coming through. So it looked like it only took him about 3 at-bats to get that timing in. That's incredible. Take that many days off and stroll in, top of the lineup. 2 hits so far today.
So here is Kyle Stowers. And tonight's youth player of the ball game is Easton, who plays for the Sod Poodles in Martin County North Little League. And Easton's favorite Marlin is Kyle Stowers. I have gotten confirmation that there is a big travel ball tournament in the Denver area.
Oh, there we go.
Because good friend of the program, Daniel Alvarez of El Extra Base, if you don't know about his work, go check it out, has summoned one of his photographers out here, and the photographer decided to drive from Miami to Colorado for it, believe it or not.
See if Stowers can get something going here. Out in front of a breaking ball.
Ground ball into right field. That's a 2-out RBI single for Kyle Stowers. And the Marlins lead 6-1.
Out in front on the breaking ball early on that first pitch. Ends up getting the fastball. He was right on this one. There he is. That's another 2-out RBI for the Marlins. Though he has had one back in the second. And here's Kyle Stowers in the 6th.
And here's Griffin Conine. Griff having a good night. Single double RBI. Alverson's 1-0. Swing and a miss.
Marlins are hitting 400 so far today with runners in scoring position. They're 4 for 10.
That'll help you win a ball game. Check swing. They say he went around.
Ooh, Clayton did not like that.
No, I might have my Caliente red and Miami blue goggles on, but I didn't think he went around. Clayton still barking at the third base umpire, Paul Clemens. I think for good measure and good reason. Didn't look like it from our vantage point.
Well, let's see why Clayton was so mad. That's why he was mad.
Man. Not even close.
Come on now.
Not even close.
I mean, usually Clayton has a very good view, especially for the left-handed check swing. So if he's barking, there's a reason for it.
Liner, and that's a base hit sinking into right field. Around third is Hicks. He's going to score. Another 2-out base hit for the Marlins. Third hit of the ball game for Griffin Conine. And it's 7-1 Miami. Little humpback liner over the leaping Edouard Julien at second.
Usually we're always talking about Griffin Conine, how hard he's hitting the baseball. This one was just placed perfectly. Gets the breaking ball off the end of the bat. Just strong enough to just get over the head of Julien. And how about Liam Hicks from second base scoring? Remember, he's just coming off of that IL with that back issue. I didn't know if they were going to send him there, but there he is. He's smiling. He's happy.
Marlins caught that early with Liam Hicks. And a lot of these guys, Gabby, and you know this, as John Brebby, a longtime big leaguer right-hander loosening. Good on Liam Hicks as well. As soon as he felt a little something, he notified the training staff. If he would have played through it for an extra 2 to 3 days, you don't know if you do something worse. It knocks you out even longer. Marlins bit that right in the behind, and it's nice to have him back after just a 9-game absence.
And he's not the only one.
Right.
Anthony Bender did the same exact thing.
Yes.
All of a sudden it was like, hey, I'm feeling something right away.
Right.
Nope. We don't want this to all of a sudden really get hurt. We're going to stop it. We're going to get the treatment going. That way you're going to be back sooner than later.
Marlins hoping with the clean break that is the All-Star break that Bender will be able to return in Milwaukee after the break. As Xavier Edwards shoots one on a line into left field. That's going to plate another. Stowers can trot home. Conine will stop at third. A handful of 2-out singles for the Marlins. They've scored 3 times here in the 6th inning. They lead 8-1. That's the 4th single in the inning with 2 outs.
And back-to-back to bat, 2-out RBIs. Xavier going opposite field, and you can tell he probably wanted to get a double. He had to shut it down. Oh, be careful. Don't blow that one out. Get back to first base. But back-to-back to back, 2-out RBIs for the Marlins.
8 runs on 13 hits here tonight. Halverson all of a sudden going through it after he got 2 quick outs. There goes Edwards, and Marcy pops another one up. And the inning is over, but the Marlins strike for 3 more and lead by 7. Bottom of the 6th inning, our scoreboard brought to you by Werner Hoffman, Greg, and Garcia. Marlins leading 8-1 through 5 innings. StatCast powered by Google Cloud. About 17 swings and misses for Uri.
Well, the Magnus effect is coming into play here, especially with that sweeper slider, because a lot of those pitches over the heart of the plate that these guys ain't touching. But they have to be ready for 98, 99 mile-an-hour fastball. So you will typically swing and miss at more sliders and sweepers over the heart of the plate just because you have to be ready for that big fastball.
The Rockies have 1 run on 2 hits in this game. Mickey Moniak pops one up foul. Moniak has one of the 2 hits for the Rockies tonight. It was a 1st inning homer with nobody on and 1 out. Cole Carrig led off the 2nd with a single. They don't have a hit since. And Moniak strikes out, I beg your pardon. Swings and misses at strike 2. Good fastball there at 97 miles an hour. But Uri efforting for his 8th strikeout of the ball game. He's got 7 through 5 and a 7-run lead to work with. 1-2 now. Up and away. 3 career starts for Uri against the Rockies. 2nd this season. He's 1-1 with a lifetime .331 ERA. And Daniel Mosquez must just love what he has seen from his pitching staff, especially here in the month of June.
He can't be mad, that's for sure.
But in an effort to always get better, what did he tell us the other day? I asked him, I said, hey, for as good as things have been going, but what do you continue to preach to these guys like Bacher loosening? He says we have to limit the walks.
Yep, free passes. That's the key.
Walking guys will kill us.
Number 1. Whenever any pitching coach you're talking about, every single time, 3 passes.
Free passes. Well, let's flash back for Uri. A couple of years ago here at Coors Field, he had a very memorable outing against the Rockies. Uri's hair was a little bit shorter back in the day. That was last September. 5 innings, no runs, just 1 hit, 6 strikeouts. Again, he is very unbothered by pitching here.
He does not mind it at all.
71 pitches in that outing on September 16th of last year. He's at 76 here today. As Hunter Goodman takes a sinker that was perfectly placed for a strike, 0-1. So now Uri's got to work around the leadoff walk here to Moniak. Uri's 3rd walk in the last 2 innings. Hop foul, 0-2 on Goodman, who's 0 for 2 today and 2 for 7 in the series.
I'm trying to kind of wonder where Uri's going to be at pitch count wise. He's at 78 right now. There's an inkling where I feel like maybe 1 more batter.
Yeah, maybe 85
maybe
or
80
so.
to 85 pitches.
Which would mean next time through it's a full go.
Yeah. Right. But I don't think they were going to want to push him too much more than that. I felt like maybe 80 plus a batter would be kind of where they would be at.
Marlins leading 8-1. They're 15-0 this season when scoring 8+ runs. Goodman pops this up behind the plate. Joe will give it a look, but that's foul in the seats. Guess that right shoulder's okay.
Oh, it looks fine. Flip that ball easy. Does he go back to the sweeper just a little bit more off the plate away?
And he went to the sweeper off the plate and low and away. That was ball out of the hand. But if he throws that same sweeper that starts in the strike zone, stands to reason. He's probably got a pretty good chance to get his 8th strikeout of the night.
It's almost like where you have to look, right? So especially here with the altitude, maybe instead of throwing it usually at, maybe the hip, you have to throw it a little bit more out.
Swing and a miss.
There it is.
Got him with a slider. 8th strikeout of the ball game for Uri. It's his 81st strikeout of the season. He's making his 14th start. It's a big first out in the inning.
That's a big slider. So instead of that sweeper, he went just to the harder slider. 90 miles an hour to get the swing and miss. You know what I just love too? I was looking at Clayton McCullough because I'm kind of seeing where they're at. What is he going to do? You know what he just finished doing? He looked at Uri, started clapping his hands and said, "Come on.
Right.
Let's go, big boy."
In case Uri's out there on the mound thinking, well, am I going to get taken out? No.
Nope.
Just let's go.
Let's go.
Don't worry about me. That's a good point. There's T.J. Rumfield.
Yeah, I feel like for Clayton McCullough too, like he wants Uri to be out there. You want your starting pitching to go 6 innings, 7 innings. You want them to go deeper into the game. It's only going to help out that bullpen, especially later. And the way that the Marlins are playing right now, how good they're playing, they're going to need to have that bullpen later.
Ball 3 on Rumfield. Now.
This might be it. And he's already he switched.
Yeah.
He switched from being where he was at, and now he's moving a little bit closer to the opening in the dugout.
If he walks in, maybe it doesn't even matter. This might be his last batter.
Yeah.
Probably is. This will be pitch number 86, and that's going to be it. Here comes the boss. Marlins leading by 7 in the bottom of the 6th. Rockies have 2 men on with 1 out. Lake Bacher is coming in. Carrig will be the batter. Called to the bullpen here at Coors Field. A very successful second start back off the IL for Uri.
Ain't nobody ever going half speed. Ain't nobody ever gonna pass me. Everything I got always on the line. Every day a hill that I gotta climb. Any minute could be the minute I make it. You're gonna have to kill me if you wanna take it. Brace for impact. I'm running in. We gon' tear it down and then do it again. Picture me a pedigree. I'm the remedy. I'm everything that'll set you free. I'm paying the cost to be the boss. A real man keeps.
Night has nearly fallen here in Denver. Sun setting on this Tuesday night in Colorado. Marlins leading 8-1. Lake Bacher on to pitch for the 28th time this season. He has, for the majority of the year, Gabby, been Mr. Reliable whenever he's been called upon.
Yeah, he's also somebody that, if Clayton wants, can throw multiple innings. We also talked about, guys where sliders and sweepers are going to work better here at this ballpark. Well, Lake Bacher, that's what he has. A good slider, good sweeper, throws a good curveball as well.
Another Illinoisan pitching tonight. It's the 3rd of the night. The more you know. Carrig takes a splitter low for ball 2. Lake's got a save this year. He's made 4 starts as an opener. Still in search of his first victory. Call me crazy. I hope that doesn't come here tonight. Right.
He'll be in some big trouble.
Yes, yes, indeed. Yes, sir. That would spoil a good one for Uri. But very fine start for Uri coming off the IL. Carrig singled in the second, and he grounds one to the right side here. Edwards tosses it to first for the out. Runners will advance. And there's 2 away. Well, make sure you celebrate 250 years of America with the Marlins on Saturday, July 11th at 4:10 for the USA 250 celebration. Presented by Budweiser. Catch the Marlins and the Guardians and take home an exclusive USA 250 jersey ticket package. And you can get your tickets now by visiting marlins.com/USA. Tyler Freeman spins out of the way of a slider. Freeman's already been hit by a pitch once in this game. And he flies this in the air to right. Casey was moving back, now to his left, and the Rockies leave a pair in scoring position. We'll go to the 7th.
With Progressive Pet Insurance.
Top of the 7th inning, Marlins leading the Rockies on this Tuesday night, 8-1 on the strength of 13 hits. As we take a look at tonight's Toyota trend, and it's a lovely month here for the Marlins. Look at the most wins in a month in Marlins history. They had 21 in May of 2012. That could be solo second with another win here tonight to wrap up a remarkable month in which the Marlins are 19-6. Gabby, my friend, heck with the wild card. Let's just chase down the Braves. The Marlins are currently 5 games back of Atlanta, who lost tonight to the Cardinals 5-3. St. Louis is 44-38. Braves fell back to 49-34. And with a win here tonight, the Marlins could be just 3 games back in the win column of Atlanta. How remarkable is that?
Especially when you looked, maybe a month ago, and the Braves were 10 games over everybody, just running away with it.
Sure, I'll tell you exactly what it was.
Here comes the Marlins.
When the Marlins opened up a series in Washington on June 1st, they were 14 games back of first place. Should they beat the Rockies tonight, they will be 4.5 games out of. They made up nearly 10 games in 30 days. That is really hard to do. About nearly as hard as it was to overcome a 16 games under 500 deficit last year, and the Marlins did that. So let's see if the boys can keep it rolling. Owen Casey facing John Brebbia, who's into the ball game here in the 7th. And Owen gets underneath that slider and sends it high in the air.
They don't see it.
Rumfield does at the very last moment. There's one away, and now a quick word from WHG Law.
Winning doesn't just happen by accident. At WHG, we know every case is earned before you ever step inside the courtroom. WHG, preparation wins.
With Gabby Sanchez and Craig Minervini, I'm Kyle Seeloff, and here comes Javier Sanoja. I think it's fair to say has the biggest hit to date in this game. The 2-out, 3-run homer to open things up in the 3rd. Made it 5-1, and he spanks that on a line into left. And Javi has a 3-hit night. And Sanoja now has back-to-back 3+ hit games for the first time in his career.
Yeah, you talked about it early. He hasn't done it. Well, Javi said, now I have. Boy, he's been hitting the ball extremely hard. This is his 3rd 3-hit game in his last 4 games that he's been out there. It's a lot of hits.
Yes, it is. So a 1-out single, and here is Mack, who's 0 for 3. Joe now 1 for 7 in the series. And 3 for 19 on the road trip. This is starting to feel, at least from an offensive standpoint for Joe, like not a pivotal moment, but this is where he needs to start making the adjustment back to the league, who now has the sample size that they probably want to see on him.
Well, you got to remember, too, being a catcher, you're going to be a little bit more tired, too, from being behind the plate.
Yep.
So now it's going to be for him kind of realizing what it is that he has to do to get through the day and still feeling healthy. I think the bat is there just maybe a little bit late getting to the baseball. So I don't think there's anything wrong with the swing. It's still the same swing. I just think that right now, getting into that season, especially high altitude, like there's things that now you have to do to take care of your body.
Good eye there. It's a lot. Do you recall when you got your promotion to the big leagues and played your first full season, how much of a noticeable grind and difference it was in the stress level that you're overcome with every night, just being expected to perform on this stage?
So it's funny, right? Because the travel is way better. Because you're just jumping straight onto the bird. You don't have to, wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go, when you were in AAA to go, wherever you were going to go. So that part made it easier. But there was that stress of playing in the big leagues and wanting to, succeed every single game that you're out there, trying to help the team win. And then just the constant grind of every single day being out there. I never wanted to take a day off. So I wanted to be out there, every single game. I wanted 162. You really started to feel it in about August.
Yeah.
Where it was like, that 34, 32 ounce bat now is the 34, 31 and a half. You start to get a little bit tired. Pitchers are starting to really learn what to throw you, how to throw to you, where your holes are.
That is driven deep to right field. This is on its way and gone up onto the second deck for Joe Mack, who has gone deep for the 5th time in his career. A 450-foot monster shot for Joe Mack. Move over, Griffin Conine. There's a new sheriff in town. It's 10-1 Miami.
Well, we were just talking about it. I told you the swing is just fine. He might be just a little bit tired, but boy, he got out in front of this slider. And man, he hammered it. Good for him. He needed that one.
Find a dumbbell or two, Griff. Get on Joe's workout program. That one is 7 rows deep into the second level. Conines goes off the facing of the third deck.
Wow, this ball is hammered.
Yikes.
107.5 miles an hour right off the bat. I mean, I'll give that one 450.
450-foot homer, which means baseball fans can score as well. You can unlock your free 20-ounce Baja Blast by registering now at BajaBlastHomeRuns.com. 450 feet. Mama, there goes that man. Jimenez shoots one down the right field line, foul, and another Marlins home run for healthcare. Brought to you by Leon Medical Centers. Each Marlins homer this season means a donation to the League Against Cancer, delivering free care in South Florida. A 450-foot monster bomb into the seats of the second deck and right. Jimenez gets underneath this. Long way to go for Rumfield, and he gets there, and there's 2 out. It was obviously Joe's longest homer of his career, surpassing the 424-foot homer 16 days ago. And that was the longest home run for the Marlins this season by 11 feet, passing Heriberto Hernandez's 439-foot smash on May 16th.
But somehow Conine's one that hit the third deck facade up there only went 433.
It's the 6th longest home run here at Coors Field this year. Cam Smith of the Astros hit one 462. I actually came around to Griff's being 433.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
I don't know who you're trying to lie to at this moment. Zero chance.
This was more of a line drive shot. Griff's was a high arcing homer. I'm serious. I've come around to it being 433.
Chance.
1-1 the count on Liam Hicks. 2-1. Liam has come off the IL tonight with a couple of hits, extending his hitting streak to 11. Brebbey's ERA now up to 4.91 on the year. Three and one. You know, John Brebbey went to Wellington High School and on to Elon.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't Elon, aren't they the phoenix? Isn't that the bird that rises from the ashes?
I believe, too, that's the house that Jim Morris built.
You're right.
To Elon.
I think Jack McKeon lives up in that neck of the woods. Ground ball to first. A little bobble by Rumfield, and that's going to be an E3, and Hicks is on base for the third time in this game. Got a little embarrassing there for Rumfield at the tail end of that play, I'm sure.
He seemed like he just rushed it, because even if he just knocks this ball down, that ball's going to stay right there. But as it's coming down, it hits off of his knee, and he ends up kicking it. Well, it's here, and then look at the knee, and there's the kick. See you later. I love to, I mean, the panic mode sets in at that moment when you're a first baseman and you know I'm not going to be able to get it out here, and that's going to be an E3.
Stowers was trying to hit one farther there than Conine and Mack. Marlins have 10+ runs in 2 straight games for the first time since 2023 in September. They have never scored 10+ 3 straight times. They will have an opportunity to do so with Max Meyer on the hill tomorrow night.
I think Max Myers is staying in that dugout going, hey, fellas, can you save some for tomorrow? Help me out here.
Save a couple.
I think we're good. Let's go. Save some for me. It's nice, though. I mean, you see the run that the Marlins have been on, especially this month, and it's been carried by the pitchers.
Stowers out in front of that slider. Yes, that I think you make a great point there. The Marlins are not on the verge of winning 20 games this month without superior pitching. Their ERA is the best in baseball this month. They've been incredible. And the one thing they've wanted to do, and there's a good look at Max Meyer getting that shoulder and arm ready for tomorrow. The Marlins have wanted to be better on the road. Should they hang on and win this game tonight, they will be 10-4 on the road in their last 14 games.
Yeah.
That's big time stuff, Gabby.
Yeah, that's one of the things that, you know, Clayton McCullough, he's talked about. He's talked to us about. You know, we know what we're doing at home. One of the best teams in baseball at home. We need to be better on the road. We struggled on the road early, but there's still a lot of time left. And boy, it seems like the boys have really, you know, gotten together and said, hey, let's start winning some road games too. It's fun to win at home, but it's fun to win on the road.
If they win here tonight, they'd be just 5 games under 500 on the road, which is remarkable considering the fact where they were at one point. Swing and a miss. But the Marlins get 2 runs in the 7th, and it's time now for the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by Celsius.
And welcome to the stretch, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks. I'm Craig Minervini, right by the Marlins dugout. What a month of June this will be, regardless of the game, unless there's a crazy ending. The Marlins will end up the second time with 20 or more wins ever, but the best win percentage ever, coming in tonight at 19-6 this month. These are against any and every month in team history. This month here in June, best win percentage. Look at the bottom. Best opponent average with runners in scoring position at 190. Not to mention the other numbers, all in the top 8 in Marlins history. Unfortunately, the calendar turns tomorrow. Ask Clayton McCullough about that.
I hope we can extend the way we're playing beyond June, but I hope it's not just the calendar that's the reason. But we'll see. It has been it's been a solid month for us, and Yeah, so you're only as good as, the day that you're playing, though. So we got to keep going.
Well, they've been great. Not just good. They've been great and nice to see road, at home, the bullpen, all the facets. And the other thing, guys, it is not just one or two hot bats carrying the team, whether it's Lopez or Edwards or up and down the lineup. Griffin, Casey, you can go up. Each guy has contributed, and that's why they've been playing such great baseball in June. We'll be back to Marlins baseball after a quick word from our friends at Celsius.
Good. Get social real quick. Come on, bro. Let's go.
All right, Craig, thank you very much. Making his long-awaited Marlins debut here in the bottom of the 7th with Miami leading by 9 is Zach Brixey. It was part of a corresponding move in case you missed it earlier today. Hicks and Brixey are here. Bender and Pauly, one to the IL, one option to Jacksonville. They haven't told you a whole lot about Brixey, although he has spent a few days in the bullpen here and there this season. 26-year-old right-hander. Out of Hickory, North Carolina, was a product of Virginia Tech. And Brixey is making his 33rd Major League appearance here tonight. His first with the Marlins after making 26 with the Nationals last year. He was a COVID baby free agent signing, not drafted. And the Marlins claimed him off waivers in November after last season ended.
For Brixey, it's a 3-pitch pitcher. A four-seam fastball, curveball, and a changeup. Good fastball, right in the mid-90s. It's got a low carry to it. Curveball's a really good pitch. It's a 12-to-6er. That changeup can have a little bit of ride to it as well.
Edward Julian leading things off, and he takes a 5-pitch free pass. Brixey looks a lot like a Tyler Zuber. Brixey made 23 appearances with AAA Jacksonville this year, pitched to a 4.22 ERA. This is a guy in parts of 5 minor league seasons, 158 appearances, including 3 spot starts. Had a sub-4 earned run average. Here's Kyle Karros, who takes a strike on the corner. Swing and a miss. Good curveball. Nothing at 2. Brixey grew up in Hickory, North Carolina. And our graphics operator did not misspell his name there in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. We are lacking a few vowels. In fact,
well, you get the ones in there.
There's not
sometimes.
a single one. We have no A, E, I, O, U.
But you got the sometimes Y. What's in there?
Brixey was a guy who put himself on the radar of Major League Baseball teams during his prestigious Cape Cod summer in 2019, where he earned the Outstanding Relief Pitcher Award. He led the league with 7 saves that summer. And he went undrafted in 2020 due to the COVID-shortened 5-round draft. Signed with the Nationals for $20,000. He has required Tommy John surgery, but it feels like who hasn't? There's ball 4. Understandably, probably a few nerves here for Brixey.
Yep.
But if he wants to hang around here, he needs to get in the strike zone so the bullpen does not get blown up here tonight.
And Javi Sanoa just kind of walked over to him, kind of pounding his glove like, hey, come on, let's go. Let's get after it. Right, the last thing you want to do, too, is all of a sudden you start to get that defense on their heels.
Right. Lull them to sleep.
You got to attack the zone. He's got good fastball. He has that good curveball. Have you ever seen him throw that good curveball?
The fly ball will go out of play off the bat of Ezequiel Tovar.
Looks like he's starting to throw a slider, too. Started to go kind of back to look at what he's done in the big leagues before, and all. Hadn't thrown the slider. It's mostly been just fastball, curveball, changeups. But it looks like he now has a different wrinkle.
2 aboard, nobody out. Swing and a miss. Tovar loses his helmet. Nothing at 2. Oh, 2 now. Tovar fights off a good fastball there at 95. A congregation of young men with no shirts on is forming once again.
Soft club. Very, very loud.
There were soccer chants raining down from the Mile High level here at Coors Field. There they are. Men of all ages, all shapes and sizes.
They're having a good time.
And that's all that matters. 1-2, missed inside. That almost hit Tovar. They're chanting, "Let's go Marlins."
We're going to say they are.
From 0-2 to 2-2. Oh, boy. That says everything you need to know.
Yeah, right now Clayton is not very.
No, he's looking at who's available in his bullpen. Bouncing ball hit softly towards third. Jimenez charges and throws out Tovar.
There you go.
And the first out of the inning for Brixey. Maybe that's all he needed to settle in. Hopefully that's all he needed.
Sometimes that's what it is. You get your first out, you take that deep breath, now you settle in. You got to just go right after the hitters. You got to go into attack mode here.
Rockies still with only 2 hits in this game. They don't have a hit since the 2nd inning. Marlins pitching has walked 6. They've struck out 8. All 8 strikeouts coming courtesy of Yuri Perez, who went 5 1/3 in this game. Jake McCarthy 0 for 3 with a flyout, a strikeout, and a ground out. He's having a very good year. Infield back, the pitch hit foul, nothing in 2.
It seemed like he just settled in very nicely, especially after getting that first out.
Chopper to first. Hicks has got it. A run will score. Did Brixey get to the bag in time? He did now. Well, he just took his time. He's not doing himself any favors.
I think that one there with Brixey is he just didn't get to the base. He was taking his time, but I still thought they had him. Looks like the Marlins want to take a look at this one.
Miami is challenging the safe call at first base.
It stands, it's an RBI single, but this one will go under the hood. Austin Lamke has initiated the challenge. Here's our first look. Challenge brought to you by Werner Hoffman, Greg and Garcia. What do you see, Gabby?
I think he got him out. Look at the foot. Foot down before. Now it's very, very close. I still think that Brixey got the foot down before McCarthy's foot hit. It is very close, but I feel like that foot was down before.
With the advantage of replay, maybe it's not close at all. I think Clayton McCullough's like, come on, guys, you got to get that one right.
Well, here it is again. Hicks ends up getting this ball, but you could see, like, all of a sudden just stop. Brixey just almost stopped as he's going. You got to run through that. You got to be able to run, get that ball, and put that foot down. But since he stopped, he actually gave McCarthy time to get there.
The call in the field's overturned. The runner is safe. Miami retains their challenge.
No, the runner is out.
The runner is out. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Runner is out.
Still got the RBI, but it's an out.
Clayton's blood pressure, if we had that monitored moments ago,
he said,
would have necessitated a visit to the local ER.
He said, wait a minute, we're retaining and he's safe? What happened here?
It's not funny, but I was watching Clayton to see his reaction after the missed call.
Wait a minute.
And this might just get Brixey out of the inning. No, nobody's going to get there. Watch Clayton.
Wait, whoa. What are you? He's out. Okay, fine. We'll go back now.
Please.
Jeez. the call is overturned. He's safe. Wait, what?
I have to tell you this. Clayton's wife, Jill, and their family are doing an unbelievable job with the Venezuelan relief efforts.
Yeah.
People have been sending stuff to their home in Jupiter, and she's been taking everything to the ballpark.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing to see the community come together. Moniak lays off a changeup, 1 ball, 1 strike. Mickey Moniak 1 for 2 in this game. Rockies still don't have a hit since the second. Moniak had the first. Solo shot, 13th homer of the season. Second most on this Rockies ball club back in the first. Boy, if Brixey gets out of this inning allowing just the 1 run the way it started, and you include the review, not sure he'll say that it was a successful outing, but you don't want to have to go back to the bullpen here. You'd love him to get 3 outs, maybe more. Moniak with a ground ball to first. It rattles off of Hicks's glove. Brixey gets to first base in time that time. And the inning is over. Rockies get a run, but that's all. Still 10-2 Miami. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Miami Marlins. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Miami Marlins. We lead the Rockies 10-2 as we go to the top of the 8th inning here at Coors Field tonight. And welcome inside the broadcast booth, Gabby and Kyle. This has been a fun one here tonight, Gabby. Again, you know, we could talk about this offense all night long. Offense has been great here in June, but if it wasn't for the efforts from the starting staff this month, they're not on the verge of accumulating 20 wins. And Yuri tonight, 5 1/3, a run, 2 hits, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts. It was pretty darn good.
He was, and I feel like when you talk to Yuri, he's going to probably say I gave up a little bit too many walks that he didn't want to be, especially the way that he's been throwing the baseball. But, I mean, look, he went out there. He had the fastball was working. He had the sweeper working, the changeup. He was getting a bunch of swings and misses. It's exactly what you want to see out of a guy who, in at one point, will be an ace of the staff.
Griffin Conine leading off the 8th. We'll see if Brixey, by the way, goes back out there and tries to get more than 3 outs. But Griff has had a terrific night. He's got a couple of singles, a couple of RBIs. Had the RBI double in the first. He looks really good in his return now. He's hitting 5 of his last 6 and 5 of his last 8. Again, he's another guy that we talk about here in terms of lengthening the lineup, right? Like Stowers gets going, but Conine comes back. You've got the slug, the pop. He makes his team better, I guess is what I'm getting at.
He does. He's going to give you a good at-bat. He's going to give you slug. There's going to be a lot of hard contact. That's one of the biggest things of having him back that I know that Clayton McCullough was, wanting. He wanted Griff to come back. Why? Because every single time that it seems like Griff is playing in the big leagues, he's producing.
Yeah.
And he has produced every single time that he's been up here. So being able to have a guy coming back to do what he's able to do is a big part where this team wants to go.
Fly ball left field. Into the seats, foul.
You kind of look at where this game is, and we always talk about, certain guys. Javi Sano, another good game for him. What he's been able to do. Griffin Conine. Kyle Stowers is having himself a nice game. So now it's being all of a sudden just spread out, just like you talked about, being able to have guys in the bottom of the lineup that are going to produce, in the middle of the lineup who are producing, in the top of the lineup. Now you start to look at a team, and we've talked about it a bunch, especially of late, the sustainability of a team to continue winning ball games.
Swinging a line shot into center. That's another hit for Conine, his 4th of the night. His batting average after that base hit is going to be approaching 280.
It might be a little bit over 280. He was at 271.
Holy cow.
Hey, he just keeps doing it. Look at that. I mean, this is a pitch that's down and away. It's off the plate. What does he do? Just throw it back nice and easy, make contact, strong enough to be able to get it to the outfield, gets himself another knock.
It's the first 4-hit game of his major league career, and it comes at a place where he loves to hit, where he got his first major league hit. There's Xavier Edwards, who's 2 for 4 tonight. His batting average is at 299.
He's been flirting with that 300. See if he can finally get over it again. But I remember a couple days ago, he was at that 299 mark. He just needed that one more hit. And he kind of goes from that 295 to 299.
Yeah, well, heck with those subtle jumps. Griffin Conine came into the ball game tonight hitting 227. After his 4th hit here in the top of the 8th inning, his batting average is now at 286. 59-point difference.
That's what happens. Don't have that many at-bats. Your average is going to jump.
Nice.
Congratulations for him in his first 4-game hit of his career.
Yeah, he makes a difference. You just got to keep him healthy.
Yep.
I can assure you that Xavier Edwards knows right where his batting average is sitting as well.
Oh, yeah, he does. He knows exactly what he needs.
He knows what happens here if he gets a hit.
He knows it when he makes contact, he'll look at the board and say, this was exit velo at this. I know it's a homer. Very, very smart baseball player.
Edwards with a couple of hits tonight. He is now hit 9 in a row. And his batting average over that time period here is really jumping up, because over this 9-game hitting streak, he's hitting over 400. I'll tell you exactly where it sat before this 9-game hitting streak started. He was hitting 286 before this hit streak started. Edwards flirting with 300 again. And he is not giving an at-bat away here in the 8th inning. By the way, it looks like the Marlins bullpen is quiet.
Yep.
Which means that Zach Brixey will be asked to get at least 3 more outs after getting 3 in the 7th. The boys are hanging out. Check swing dribbler towards third, and the throw down to second is not in time. And that's going to be the 3rd hit of the night for Xavier Edwards.
Ooh.
What happened to Conine?
I think he probably thought that ball was either getting by, because it almost looks like he was going to round the base. And then last second, he had to slide in. And that's one that you want to kill straight into second base.
Challenging the safe call.
And Colorado's going to challenge the safe call at second.
This was a check swing down that third base line, and I feel like Griff thought that this ball was going to be somewhere else. No, he wasn't even on the base. Yeah, this is an easy one. This should be quick. Tovar was nowhere near the base at second.
Rockies aren't looking at anything else, are they?
No.
They clearly said
I
they're
think this
looking
was
at
just, we have a challenge, might as well go use it and see.
I think Warren Schaefer
just said
foot
he wasn't
on the
even
bag.
on the base.
He's like, whoops.
After review, the call on the field confirmed the runner is safe. Colorado loses their challenge.
Schaefer was like, what are we doing? Yeah, so from this angle, it looks like he's going to be out because you don't know where the base is, and the ball was there before.
And it does bizarrely look like his foot is almost floating above the bag at second, but obviously
he's completely off the base.
This view here, and he's safe. So it is an infield single for Xavier Edwards. And if you're into the batting average stuff, his batting average is now at 302.
Good for him. He's got it.
So over a 9-game hitting streak, he has boosted his batting average 16 points. And here's Marcy, who is in search of a hit. Marlins have 6 players with multiple hits tonight. That's a season high. Marcy flies this one to left. He's underneath everything. And he is 0 for 5 after he was 0 for 5 last night. And there's one away here in the 8th. Hey, you want to take home Billy? It'll cost you, but not a whole lot. You can join us on Saturday, July 12th at 1:40 when the Marlins take on the Guardians. First 10,000 fans will receive an exclusive Billy the Marlin shoulder plush presented by Brand Smart USA. Get your tickets at marlins.com/tickets. You can take home Billy, but the fluffy plush kind.
Not the real Billy?
Not the real Billy. He costs more. He charges per hour.
It's fun for parties, though.
You should have had Billy at your wedding years ago. You were with the organization then, right?
I was.
Brian Navarretto is.
I should have. We had our wedding in Naples, though, so that would have been.
Now he travels. So Brian Navarretto has one shin guard on and one protective leg guard on to hit. When Casey wraps that foul, probably an opportunity to get him the final 6 outs behind the plate.
And I think, you know, Clint McCullough, when we talked to him earlier today, he kind of told us that, where, you know, he's going to be able to, you know, do certain things to get guys off their feet. Joe Mack being one of them. Now that they're carrying the 3 catchers,
right, that's huge. The carrying 3 catchers is going to make a big difference,
especially for a young guy who's, you know, making his, you know, big league debuts and being in his first year, where he's going to be tired and he's going to get the majority of the starts behind the plate,
especially against righties.
Especially against righties, he's going to get all of them. So you would think that whenever you can get him off his feet, that's going to be good for the Marlins and for him.
Oh my gosh! Owen Casey, look out! Whoa, Owen! That's a 3-run bomb. The Marlins lead 13-2. He might have hit that one further than Joe McEnany did. 453 feet goes Owen Casey.
Oh, this ball was hit.
Well,
boy, he got that fastball down and in. And oh, boy. This is 109 miles an hour off the bat. I mean, just a nice, easy swing, too. That is not trying to hit the homer. That is just trying to be quick to the baseball. And, boy, that went a long way.
A 453-foot homer. Baseball fans can score. You can unlock your free 20-ounce Baja Blast by registering now at BajaBlastHomeRuns.com. Warren Schaefer going to his bullpen. This will be quick. A position player is on the mound for the Rockies, and we will return after this message. All right, back here at Coors Field, 13-2 Marlins. Javier Sanoja has just grounded out on the first pitch that he sees from the position player, Brett Sullivan. Here's the out.
Oh, man, I did not like having to face pitchers or position players, because if you get a hit, well, you got it off a position player. And if you get out, it's ha-ha-ha, you got out by a position player.
There's Brian Navarretto, the homer by Casey, another for healthcare, brought to you by Leon Medical Centers. Each Marlins homer means a donation to the League Against Cancer, delivering free care in South Florida. Eight of the 13 runs scored by the Marlins tonight have come courtesy of the long ball. A pair of 3-run homers as Navarretto sends this high in the air to deep left center, and that'll retire the side. But the Marlins get 3 more, and they lead by 11 as we go to the last of the 8th. Well, bottom of the 8th inning, scoreboard brought to you by Werner Hoffman, Greg and Garcia. 13 runs on a season high 18 hits for the Marlins. Rockies with 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors. Miami has hit, what, 1,200 feet worth of homers tonight? Owen Casey tattoos one 453 feet. Joe Mack hits one 450.
You might be shortchanging it.
Conine with the wall scraper last night that went 433. A lovely start to this 4-game tilt here in Colorado. You see Brian Navarretto behind the plate catching for Joe Mack. And Brixey stays out there for Miami. There is Navi, as he is affectionately known in the clubhouse. He's got some spiffy gear, though, doesn't he?
That's nice.
Yeah.
Navarretto right there.
Yeah.
Chin guard going. I like that. It's nice.
Braxton Fulford takes a curveball for strike 3. He was pinch hitting for Hunter Goodman. And there's one away. Now the oddity in this, Gabby, and these are always fun to keep an eye on, with Zach Brixey, is he potentially in line for his first major league save tonight?
Yeah. I think that's what the thought process is.
I agree.
It's him. When he was coming into that 7th inning, I think that's where
Rumfield grounds that fair inside the bag at first into the right field corner. He's got a double. Keeps his hit streak going.
I think that's where Clayton McCullough was kind of getting a little upset, because his thought process was, all right, Brixey comes in, he's going to throw the 7th, 8th, and 9th because of where we're at in this ball game. You don't have to use anybody else from that bullpen. Once he got that first out, he started to settle in a little bit more.
Second time in club history tonight, the Marlins have 2 home runs, 450+ feet or more in length in the same game. The only other time they ever did it, Giancarlo Stanton and Christian Yelich in May of 2016, May 6, 2016. There's Cole Carrig, who's 1 for 3 tonight. Dad played 2 years of pro ball with the Independent League Ogden Raptors and the Salinas Peppers. He went around. Most pitches Brixey threw in a game in AAA this season was 41, as Carrig lifts that in the air to left. That was his 33rd. He's got 2 outs here in the 8th. I think there's a chance he might get it, or at least go for it. He had not worked more than 2 innings in any appearance this season in AAA. I should say more than 2 innings, but he had worked 2 innings 7 different times. As most recently as June 17th. So, it was 13 days ago. You might be able to push him towards 45, 50 pitches.
I think they're going to push him. Hey, look, he gets to face the pitcher.
Right. Here's Brett Sullivan, the pitcher.
I mean, you would have to think that the plan is for him to finish this ball game.
I think that's what they're hoping for. You don't want to put him in any type of jeopardy out there on the mound. Let's see. Last year, most pitches he threw was 33. His rookie year in 2024, he's never thrown more than 33 pitches in a major league game. So this is the most. Not the most he's thrown in a professional appearance this season, as Sullivan takes all 3. I don't know.
But we'll find
Do with all that information what you will.
We'll be finding out together.
But it would be very nice to see him get 6 outs, that's for sure. 3-0. It's in there for a strike. Only Troy Johnson and Willie Castro remain on the bench for the Rockies. Strike 2, get me over slider. Marlins on the verge of improving to 4-1 on this road trip that started in St. Louis. We're playing game 2 of a 4-game series here in Denver. And tonight, an opportunity to collect the 2nd most wins in a singular month in franchise history. Looking to go 20-6. A challenge here. Sullivan convinced this was ball 4.
It's going to be close.
He's almost at first. ABS powered by T-Mobile. Take a right turn. And the inning is over. It's a good challenge by Brian Navarretto. And we'll go to the 9th.
Man.
And back here at Coors Field, we go to the top of the 9th inning, and Brett Sullivan still out there pitching for Colorado, trying to get the final 3 outs. I think we have deduced, Gabby, that it's probably going to be it for Brixey. If you take a look at the amount of pitches he's thrown in this game, this season, in his major league career. And when you're on the top step of the dugout like that, pretty good indication that you are done. That is wrapped fair inside of the bag at 3rd. This will roll into the corner for Leo Jimenez, who has his 3rd hit of the ball game. He'll take it. They all count.
They all count.
He's on base for the 4th time, too.
At the end of the season, nobody's going to remember you got that hit.
I'll speak for yourself. I'll remember that one for Leo. 13 runs, 19 hits. Lost in this drubbing by the Marlins. But the Rockies collecting their first hit since the 2nd inning in the bottom of the 8th. The 1-out double by Rumfield. Isn't that amazing? Especially here as Hicks gets underneath this one. Julian's got it. Cade Gibson is loosening. There will be no saving it tonight, folks. This is deep to right, back at the wall, and it's off the wall for Stowers. Jimenez is going to get the wave around 3rd. It's an RBI double for Kyle Stowers. And now it's 14-2. It's kind of one of those plays you have to send him.
Well, I will say this, too. If he had a home run earlier today, that would have given him the cycle. Got a triple already. That's a double. Got a base hit. Right there off the wall.
Oh, you're suggesting if he had hit a homer at another point in the game.
Correct.
Yes. And here's Conine, who is certainly capable of hitting one out. Griff is 3 for 4. No, let me try that again. 4 for 5. We had noted that this is his first career 4-hit major league game. But he has 3 singles is what I'm trying to tell you.
He hit a double his first AB.
Right, 3 singles and the double for the 4 hits. A run scored, a couple of RBIs, 1 extra base hit. He has upped his batting average 59 points. And remember, when there's a pitcher on the mound, there are no ABS challenges for whatever that's worth. Ball 4. And Brett Sullivan is working at a lightning pace on that.
We do appreciate it.
Marlins have 20 hits in a game for the first time since totaling 21 in Colorado in June of 2022 when they won 14-1. And now Xavier Edwards bangs one into left. It's his 4th hit of the night. Now he'll certainly take that because he's well above 300 now, and that'll work. Bases are loaded.
6 guys in the lineup.
And here is Marcy, who you know walks to the plate thinking, I got to get a hit here.
Got to get a knock here. We have 6 guys in the lineup with multi-hit games.
And he grounds one to shortstop. That is a 6-3 double play. And the side is retired. Middle of the 9th inning at Coors Field. 14-2 Miami. Miami Marlins baseball has been proudly brought to you by the Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. Earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply. Ooh, 14 runs, 21 hits. And Cade Gibson is on to collect the final 3 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. Some would say, why not just put a position player in to finish this?
Nope.
There's just way too much that can go wrong, and Cade Gibson is more than capable of going out there and getting 3 final outs. And sometimes guys also need to work.
I think it's a little bit more of, yes, guys do need to work, but you want this game to be done with. So you can put your position, you can put your pitcher out there to get the final 3 outs.
Edouard Julien 0 for 1 with a couple of walks in this game. There's always a chance. Julien will challenge that call. That's one he should not be challenging.
Yeah, at this point in the ball game, you got to just take that one and say, well, let's go to the next one.
So a strikeout for Gibson. And there's one away. There's Kyle Karros, who's 0 for 1. He has walked twice and struck out. So the Rockies have 3 hits in this game. 1 in the first, 1 in the second, a 1-out double in the 8th. Meanwhile, the Marlins have scored 3 or more runs in 3 innings. There were 2 in the 7th, 1 in the first, 1 in the second. Swing and a miss, good curveball.
Top 4 guys in the Marlins lineup today were 13 for 23 with 4 extra base hits. It's a .565 average for the top 4 hitters for the Marlins today.
That one's line foul. Well, the month of June is coming to a close for the Marlins here in the next couple of minutes, but it is one that goes down in the history books as the 2nd most wins all time in franchise history in a single month with 20. Run differential off the charts. This one certainly helps tonight.
Their best win percentage month.
Yes, win percentage, yes. Total wins, no, but you're absolutely correct. Winning percentage, yes, indeed.
What a month.
What a month. Karros hits that deep to left. That'll one hop off the wall. And he's got his first hit of the game, fourth hit of the night for the Rockies. Clayton was asked earlier what and why he believes this team can continue to play well into July. Here's another look at that double. His answer was, I have no reason to believe that we cannot continue to pitch like this.
Well, and that's the thing, right? We've talked about it. It's doing something that's not out of the ordinary. Right. It's good pitching. It's good bullpen, which is what they've had the whole entire season. So you knew it was there. And all of a sudden, the offense is playing the way that the offense does. Are they going to go out there and score, 14 runs every game? No. But what you will see is what the type of at-bats they have, moving guys over, hitting with runners in scoring position to get them over, to get them in, and winning those close ball games. 4-2, the 5-2 games. Like, that's what you can see this team continuously doing. They have the right players with the right feel. Guys are all playing together. Everybody's having a fun time in that dugout, in the clubhouse.
This is a ball club that's on the verge of improving to 6 games over 500 for the first time since they finished 2023. Their playoff year, 84-78. That's a base hit for Ezekiel Tovar. That'll chase Conine into the corner. And will also play to run. RBI double for Tovar makes it 14-3. And Clayton saying no reason to believe we cannot continue this come July. Max Meyer will take the ball on July 1st for the Marlins tomorrow. 8:30 airtime, 8:40 first pitch. Max Meyer will look to improve to 10-0.
That sweeper slider that he has, he's been very good with it, being able to control it, throw it wherever he wants. He'll backdoor it, he'll front door it. It's going to be fun to watch him work here.
Here's Jake McCarthy, who's 0 for 4 tonight. McCarthy doesn't get a hit here. His batting average will slip to under 300 this season. Pops this into center. And Marcy's got it for the second out. Remember, on June 1st, the Marlins were 14 games behind the Atlanta Braves in the National League East, who were seemingly running away with the entire operation. Their ring ceremony was scheduled for September 1st. It was on ice. Not so fast. Marlins are running down the Phillies, and now they are firmly in the rear-view mirror of the Braves as Moniak takes one inside. So in 26 games here in the month of June, the Marlins are going to win 20 of them. They're going to make up 9.5 games on the Braves in the standings. It's nearly impossible to do, folks. There's strike 2, but they have found a way to do it. There's so much baseball left to play, so much focus on that third and final wild card spot. May I suggest we keep an eye on the National League East standings for a little while longer. Swing and a miss. The ball game is over. The month of June is over. The Marlins are 20-6. Here in the month of June, they have just won their 8th consecutive game against the Colorado Rockies, and they do it in dominating fashion tonight, Gabby. 14 runs on 21 hits.
Man, it started early for the Marlins. A lot of that offense production, all that did too was just help Yuri Perez on the mound. He was able to dominate. Pitchers ended up coming in and Bacher. But boy, just production up and down the lineup in this game.
Marlins have won 10 of their last 12 overall and 10 of their last 14 away from Lone Depot Park. Final score 14-3. Back with you tomorrow on the air at 8:30. Plenty more coming up next with the postgame show for Gabby Sanchez and Craig Minervini. For our director, Matt Gerson, our producer, John Sulzer, and this fabulous crew, I'm Kyle Seeloff. Thanks so much for joining us tonight from Coors Field, but don't go anywhere. I know it's late back home, but the postgame show is next.